with me, traveler, if you will. Into the depths. Into hell. The party decides to bring the golden anvil to the bank in Knucklebone Fort. Once they arrive, the greeter at the front recognizes Ro and asks if he's returned with souls to make a deposit. Ro declines, but this does not sit well with Degdedok. While the rest of the party meets with a teller, Degdedok drags Ro outside and interrogates him about what he was doing at the bank earlier. The party then heads back to the tavern to see if Queenie was able to get them an appointment with the Proprietor. When they arrive, Queenie confirms that the Proprietor can meet them in 4 hours, so they are to meet him at his house located behind the bazaar. Henry James then meets with Maeve in order to gather information on her so he can create a convincing lie for the Proprietor. As he leaves, however, Henry James gets a nagging suspicion that Maeve is pulling the wool over his eyes. He then questions Queenie to see if there's something afoot. Queenie doesn't seem to believe that Maeve has any nefarious intentions, which makes Henry James suspicious of Queenie as well. This situation also doesn't sit well with Degdedok, so he decides to hide in the tavern and spy on Maeve and Queenie to see if they act suspicious after the party's left. He sees Queenie have a heart-to-heart with Maeve for a bit, but then Queenie leaves, leaving Maeve sullenly at the bar. Meanwhile, the rest of the party spends their soul coins. Radigan is delighted to learn that there is a gunsmith shop located inside of the Warmongery, the infernal war machine repair shop. After their shopping spree, the party then joins Degdedok and Hades in front of the Proprietor's house. Hades walks up to the front door where a floating message appears, inviting the party inside but warning to mind the door lock and rugs. Without minding the door lock, Degdedok then opens the door, causing a lightning bolt to shoot out of a wooden carving above the door and hit everyone nearby. Having learned that lesson, when the party enters the house, they make sure not to step on any rugs. In the large interior, furnished with couches and chairs, a study area, littered with magic items and notes, and stairs leading up to a second floor. The party waits patiently on the couches for their gracious host, but Cyrus, Layla, and Orlivo seem very uncomfortable, all waiting near the front door, just in case. Eventually, the Proprietor arrives and introduces himself. He instantly appears to be very knowledgeable, but also quite eccentric and strange. Hades is immediately put off by his demeanor, and dislikes him more and more as they chat. It is revealed that Layla has been hiding things from the party and is not who she appears to be, but she refuses to divulge what that is. It is also revealed that the Proprietor is the one who sent her here in the first place in order to torment her. However, he did not send the party to Avernus, so he is intrigued as to what, or who, is affecting the party and causing them to teleport between worlds while they sleep. It is also revealed that the Dark Druid, Servier, Henry James's former client, was on trial because he broke the laws of nature and shattered the doors to different realities. Henry James's connection to the Dark Druid, the Proprietor posits, might be the reason as to why Henry James's fate is so intertwined with the rest of the parties, even though he is not teleporting between worlds like the rest of them. However, to understand their situation better, the Proprietor wishes to experiment on the party. After seeing how crazy and evil the Proprietor is, Hades decides to cast the Silence spell in the hopes of preventing the Proprietor from casting spells to hurt them. Regrettably, when Hades casts this spell, this causes the Proprietor's cat to scream in pain, duplicate and then ferociously attack him. Layla, Cyrus, Henry James, and Radigan all try to protect Hades, while Degdedok elects not to, attempting to appease the whims of the Proprietor. After they kill the cat, the Proprietor happily exclaims that he is insulted by how rude Hades has been. Hades then tries to attack the Proprietor further by casting vicious mockery, but the Proprietor easily deflects it. This is the last straw, as the Proprietor then exclaims that Hades must be punished for his terrible manners. He makes a proposition. Either Hades receives a terrible headache from which he might not recover, or another party member can step up and receive a different punishment in his place. At first, none of the party members volunteer, but then Radigan offers to take Hades' place. The Proprietor then gives Radigan the choice, feed or flame. Radigan chooses flame, which causes him to be magically forced to fall in love with Orlivo. Having done possibly the worst thing ever to Radigan, the Proprietor then begins with his experiment. He casts the sleep spell on the party, causing everyone to fall fast asleep.
Moons on it.
Yeah, it looks D&D.
It's got moons on it.
It's wizard-like. Hello.
Welcome to Dungeons of Disappointment.
Hello, world. We're here.
Zach, can you stop dabbing?
Every day I'm
Can't.
suffering.
Having a weird echoey effect there for a second. Sorry about that. Hi, Aaron. Aaron, come back. Thank you.
Baby, come back.
That's what I
Hi.
think of it.
Welcome to Dungeons of Disappointments, Chapter 12. Making our way through this campaign here. Shane's not with us for now, but he will.
We cast
be here
invisibility on him.
soon. Yeah, he'll be here soon.
The bear will roar. Or roar. Ah.
Thank you for explaining.
Yeah. But yeah, here we are. So we just fell asleep.
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to explain one thing that happened last time.
Please.
Okay.
Because the Proprietor said no cap. And I just want to explain my thought process behind that because I thought it was a good idea. So, he comes from the Feywild, and I posit that no cap is a Feywild term originated by the Red Caps, because the Red Caps are these gnome creatures that are under the influence of Baba Yaga, and if they leave a designated forest, she comes after them and like kills them or whatever, tortures them. So the reason they wear red caps is because they found a loophole in her curse, which is that if they leave the forest but they have forest still above them, then they're safe. So they wear these red caps with like parts of the forest growing on it, like moss and plants and whatnot. So as long as they keep those caps on their head, Baba Yaga can't find them. So the term no cap basically means that at the threat of having my cap removed, I swear that what I'm telling you is the truth.
I love that. You're very, very well done.
Thank you.
Good job.
I thought, hey, that's my cookie.
Anyway.
Speaking of your cookie,
Oh?
before we get to the sleep, I want to know
What
because
love is. Sorry.
I want to know what love is.
Don't distract the
I
DM.
want you to show
Look what you've done,
me.
John.
I want to feel what love is. What are you smirking at?
Oh, okay.
Just trying to help you out.
Last
Just
session,
up your health. Yes, Dad.
last session, we ended off with everyone falling asleep except for Henry James, Layla, and Orlevo.
Let's call him Henry James Mark 1.
Yes, Henry James Mark.
Mark.
So what I want to know is, because after that happened, you started talking about how you wanted to talk to him about some information that you had.
Yeah.
But then the Proprietor said that he had to go, but he'd be back.
Yeah.
And then he disappeared.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what does Henry James plan on doing now?
Well, he has a Henry James in Mutamurus, so I assumed we were going there.
We are, but I did want
But
to...
he wants to know what the other Henry James is doing now.
Right.
Just gonna patiently wait.
So you're just going to patiently wait?
Yeah.
And...
Maybe read that book of devil law he has.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because it's about... it's at around nighttime. for your internal clock.
Yeah.
And several hours go by, and you're still waiting.
That's fine.
Do you plan on taking a nap, or are you just going to stay awake until he comes back?
Because you are in hell.
I am in hell. I'm gonna stay awake because things reheated. When,
after several hours, what basically has happened is that Orlivo is kind of timidly walking around looking at things, and Layla has been keeping to herself, eyeing the front door.
I guess I'm gonna communicate with Olivo and Layla, and then we'll take turns resting.
Well, so if you mention that, she does speak to you, and she says, like I said, I don't recommend sleeping, but
I'm not gonna sleep then, Zach.
okay.
Okay. 1 point of exhaustion. Okay, Zach.
Well, it's your choice.
Yes.
Because you guys have slept in hell before.
Yes.
And Orlivo is going to sleep
Of course he is.
because he's tired.
He's a wimp.
Poor baby.
Especially after the traumatic event of Radigan suddenly
Confessing.
showing so much
Affection.
enthusiasm for him. Like he just didn't really bother with him that much before. All right, so you plan on just reading your book, and you're going to stay awake.
Yeah, I'll probably actually do a short rest.
Okay. All right. So, one interesting thing though is that I guess we're going to switch back to Mutamurus,
Please.
but it's still going to be Henry James because.
This thrown off my entire thinking. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Okay. So you switch back. The last thing that you remember as Henry James Mark II is that you guys were traveling through the fort, and you had to break through because they wouldn't let you through.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, broke through, and you guys kind of met around in a circle, talk about what to do next, and everyone was just going to keep going forward in the caravan. You guys met Grandma in her cart with lots of fabrics, and you decided to crawl into the back and take a nap.
Yeah.
And Daddy Doc kind of climbed in and did so as well.
Boy.
And
Since you're snoring.
and then eventually Hades fell asleep, and Radigan, who was off to the side, trying to make bullets or whatever, at the same time.
But he was asleep before them, right?
Yes.
So you wouldn't know.
Yeah. So Henry James wakes up in the cart, and it's moving. And in the back of the cart is Hades, Radigan, and Daddy Doc, and they're all still asleep.
All right.
So you wake up, and it's very, very windy, and there's rain coming through the top of the cart and kind of hitting you in the face.
My feathers are getting chilly.
So what do you do?
I guess I'm gonna wait until the boys wake up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it is very, very windy outside, more than just a regular storm.
Oh, I'm gonna take a gander. Can you pass me that, Mr. Aaron? Thank you, good sir.
So there is a.
Do you want me to make a check or no?
No, it's
Okay.
pretty obvious. There, what I was going to say was that there is the back door, the big back door that you get into the carriage, and then there's also a smaller door smaller window that you can slide open to see into where the driver sits in the front of the cart.
Okay. Who's driving again, Grandma? Oh no, this is.
Well, you can't see anything yet, but
Yeah.
which way are you gonna go out?
Go out from the back.
Okay, so you open the back doors, and you can see that it is crazy outside. The wind is howling, you're traveling through fields of kind of silvery wheat of sorts, and and it's just going like this, very frantic, and there's the rain's going sideways, and the clouds are super, super dark.
Would you say it's a tempest?
Yes. Okay. And you see that the cart is moving pretty fast, going through this wide open field, and there's mountains way in the distance. You're kind of just in the middle of nowhere right now.
Okay.
So you're just standing there looking out?
Yeah. What am I supposed to do? Boys asleep? There's a storm? I don't see anything. Can I make a perception check? Look for a storm dragon, maybe.
Yeah, I guess you can do a perception check.
Storm giant, storm dragon, storm some. Oh! 7 plus. I don't think I'm proficient in it. I say it, sir. My perception's a +4, so it's 11.
11.
11.
Well, I see you don't say anything in the near
I
distance.
see down yonder down there.
No, you don't really notice much. Like
I'm in the caboose, right? I'm in the back.
right. Well, I mean, there's only the one section of the cart.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just a wide open field with tons of storm going on, and like maybe you see some shadows in the distance of the storm, but you don't know if that's just shadows of the clouds.
Okay.
All right, so you're just gonna hang out in the back of the cart.
Yes.
Okay. And do you close the doors or you leave them open?
Of course I closed the doors.
Okay. So make a strength check to close them because the wind is pushing them open.
Yes, sir.
Quick question.
Yes.
Yes.
Because DM, I realized thanks to John here that I leveled up to level 5.
Yes.
D8 plus con modifier.
It's D8 plus con modifier, but it's just
Yes,
1D8, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
5.
Sorry. 7?
No. You're trying as hard as you can to pull. So like one of the doors will close well enough, but the thing is you can't lock it because it connects to the other door to lock. But the other door is being pushed.
Can I
completely
grab it
open.
with my chicken feet?
Okay. Do a strength check with your arms to hold you in the car when you're leaning out with your torso to grab it with your feet.
Yes.
And then do a sleight of foot check to grab it with your talon feet.
Alright, so strength +2, and it's a straight roll on the dex. Because
Okay.
I have a +0. That 20'd?
For the strength?
Yeah.
Great, so you don't fall out of the back of the car.
No.
No.
Sleight of foot?
Yes.
Sleight of foot. 19!
Wow, okay. Yeah, so you managed to you can't grip it with your arms, so you grab it with your really grippy feet.
My grippy feet?
Your grippy, stretchy
He has this. He's checking.
Talons.
yeah, your very dexterous, bendy foots.
Foots.
Your really grabby appendages on your toes, your little. Anyway, and you managed to get it shut. So now you don't have all this rain coming into the back of the car and getting all over the fabrics.
I say I hate this weather here.
No one responds to you because everyone in the back is asleep.
No, I muttered to myself. He's almost 60. He's getting...
You don't respond to yourself.
No, I do. He's a little...
Oh, you agree? Okay, you agree with yourself.
Yeah.
Everybody point at him.
Point at him.
Interrupting
COVID.
the stream.
COVID.
It's not COVID.
Also, we put bull in me.
I'm sorry. I don't want to relive gym class.
What?
What happened in your gym
Some
class?
of the things you just say sometimes are very interesting. Bless you.
Trying to flirt with me.
He's trying to flirt with you by sneezing?
How you?
It's not
I'm
gonna
trying to
happen.
flirt
You
with
find sneezing
You said what I
attractive?
said was interesting.
It is interesting.
Yo, you need a Benadryl?
You need to stop looking in the light.
Actually, that's a thing.
Look right up there.
Also, when you're about to die, don't look in the light.
Why's that?
Ugh.
Unless you want to die.
Unless you want to die.
Don't. I'll boot
Oh,
back
well,
up.
yeah.
Booting back up. I'm
Systems,
rebooting.
systems crashed.
Anyway.
I'm sorry.
All right. So, one thing that I want to do right now, before I go any further, Tom, I want you to make a check for me.
Okay, what's the check?
I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm terrible. Well, not terrible. I'm bad at those. I'm worse at intelligence. That's a 2.
Duly noted. Okay.
Okay, so I don't know what happens. All right, great.
No, not right now.
Okay.
So I guess we'll go with you, Tom. So, what would you be dreaming of?
Like, just normally?
Yeah.
Probably either some scenario about feeling included and accepted in some vague sense, or something about,
Orange ladies.
like, well, that, but, or something about, overthrowing, like a horrible tyrant. One of the two. I'm not
One
sure.
of the two?
One of the two, something like that.
Maybe Mongolian steakhouse.
Okay, so you're in a Mongolian steakhouse. Okay, no. So I would say that you're back in your original home mountain,
Okay.
and all of the dwarves are celebrating your achievements.
That's unusual. Okay.
Yeah, they're all cheering you on, and I mean you're like much higher, taller than everyone else, but they're walking you through like the town center, heading up to where they have this like makeshift throne made up, where it's kind of like a celebration where like. You know, like each year they would celebrate someone who's done something good for the community, and they have like a festival where everyone drinks a lot, and they all have. And you never got that when you were actually there.
No.
But in this case, they have chosen you for this year's recipient to be celebrated. So they're walking you all up and sitting you on the throne, and they give you the mega mug full of beer as a celebration.
Mega mug.
It has the finest dwarven ale, and they're all cheering you on.
You know what that is, Tom?
What?
That's a mug moment.
It is a mug moment. Is Bori there?
If Bori was someone who existed in...
Yeah. He was he was my character's like air quotes father. I mean, he made him with magic, but it wasn't like.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, since he's family, Bori would be the closest to the throne.
Okay.
And you can tell that he has a very proud look on his face.
That's wow.
That
okay.
you're the recipient.
Yes.
Of this year's celebration.
Yes. Okay.
And everyone's partying and cheering you on, and the festivities start, and you get brought food to eat while you're at your throne. And while you're eating, you hear a voice from a little bit behind the throne to your right go, "Interesting. So, is this your past?"
Oh boy. Hades is gonna jump and turn around. And do I know that I'm dreaming at this point?
Well, you can.
Because he's here. Like, would I remember who he is? Like, how does that work?
Do a well, I mean, I would say at this point you're starting to realize a little bit. I mean, it kind of seemed off a little bit at first just because you were being celebrated.
Right,
but
right.
you're also kind of living in the moment,
Yeah.
But this is kind of like that trigger moment because you recognize the voice.
Yeah.
It doesn't match with everything else.
And do I know who he is right now still?
Well, if you look at him.
Yeah, do I turn and look at him?
You see a kind of see-through, like, kind of ghostly figure of the proprietor. And he's kind of watching everything off to the side.
Okay. Hades is just going to say, well, it was never this, they never really liked me this much. But otherwise, yeah.
Ah, what you wish it would be. What a shame that you couldn't actually wish it to be that. Maybe I can help eventually, someday. That's neither here nor there. Because that's not what we're looking for, is it?
No, Hades says.
Well, follow it. You must have a feeling. Right? When do your dreams change?
Oh, what a feeling.
Usually when something good's happening.
You want to do check around?
Yeah, sure. Let me make a...
You perception or investigation.
Okay. That's a...
19.
20, non-nat.
You feel coming from the leftward direction, kind of like trembling in the ground. Like some type of like distant earthquake of some sort.
I'm just gonna point to it.
So the proprietor kind of like looks in that direction and starts to float forward, going more towards that area. And you notice that he started off looking more I mean, he still looks like a ghost, but he started off looking more visible. But as time goes on, he's starting to fade a little bit.
Interesting.
And so he kind of goes over to the left to take a closer look. And suddenly, as the tremors don't decrease, they start to increase. And the festivities start to die down as people start to notice, and they all start looking off in that direction as well. And you start to get, like, rocks starting to fall from the ceiling.
Yeah, because it's in a cave. So.
Yeah, as the whole left area of your town starts to break apart. Kind of ripping. And as this hole gets bigger in the side of the mountain, darkness starts to seep in. Almost like it's like a gas like flowing in. And where the darkness goes, you can still see, it's just darker.
Gotcha.
But it starts to turn to like grayscale.
Grayscale.
Starts to turn grayscale where the darkness goes. Until eventually everything is in black and white, and people are starting to run away as this crack is getting larger and larger.
Okay.
And you start to hear flying noises kind of going around the mountain.
Oh god, it's Henry.
Oh, boy.
And it sounds like an enormous amount of, like, a cacophony of flapping.
Something.
So not like a big thing, but a bunch
of things.
Yes. And some of them start to fly in, and they are some like black birds,
Like we
which
saw before.
you've seen in the previous dream. And the proprietor kind of turns to you, and he's kind of like breaking up now a little bit.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like he's like a staticky radio at this point.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, this is it. This is the point. You're passing over. What do you see those? Up in the sky. What are those?
Birds?
Yes, but what type?"
Crows.
And then
Ravens?
he starts to dissipate
Okay.
until you don't see him anymore. And
Okay.
you can't hear him either. And as the flapping gets more intense and the birds are like swirling around the entire city with all the buildings crumbling as the hole in the side gets bigger, and you can feel like you can see something through the hole. Like, it's not just like a hole appearing in the mountain, but rather there's another new place on the other side.
Okay.
And it's really dark though, and you can't quite tell what it is. But as these birds start to, increase intensity flapping around you, it becomes just dark overall. And then it fades to black. Perfect time for the camera to go off.
It didn't go off.
Yeah, no, it would have been a perfect time.
Oh.
Stop jinxing us.
So, and then immediately, you, Radigan, and Degdadok all wake up. Henry James is in the cart, and he's...
Wait, didn't we go in a back cart and they went in a front cart, or did we end up going in the same cart?
You guys all fell asleep, and then this is what you're waking up to.
Okay.
So you're all in the same. You're all in the same cart, in Grandma's cart with all of the fabric.
Oh, okay.
The same cart that you fell in, and you fell. Actually, all three of you fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then
They're awake now.
all three of them wake up at exactly the same time, about an hour and 20 minutes after you woke up.
I said, guys, I think there's some storm outside. Them Zeus is raging.
Can I say that Degnadoc is not woken up yet?
You immediately woke up.
Okay. Well, then I pretend to be still asleep.
Okay.
Make a performance.
You're not the DM right now.
I know.
You will be.
Well, I mean, is anyone like actively trying to
No, I don't know.
check if he's actually asleep?
No.
I just say there's a storm outside.
Yeah. So I think Henry James would be focused on the fact that two of the other people are waking up. Actually.
I said, now how was your dreams? Did you have an orc lady in them? I know I miss my wife, and I can't talk about the things I do.
Yeah, what happened with her?
Huh?
What happened with her? I forget. Is she still here?
She's not inside the cart with you.
Okay, but she's somewhere in one of these carts, presumably, right?
You don't know what's going on yet.
Okay.
You just woke up in the cart.
No, I mean presumably. Like last I saw her, like
Well, yeah, last you saw her, she was talking with Grandma in the front of the cart, and you were in the back of the cart drumming.
I couldn't remember. That's all. That's what I was trying to remember. So in response to that, Hades just kind of goes, ugh.
I thought he was going to explain something, but...
No.
You have something to say?
No. No, I'm not in the story.
You will be.
What?
You will be.
No.
You can be.
You can be.
That's up to him.
Come be.
What am I?
I ask myself that every day, Aaron.
You are a knitted sock.
Oh.
We're talking. Does like the
Are you alive?
like going up
Is
and down?
he?
Like I not speak, but I'm like a sentient sock.
You can do whatever you want. You could be a sock puppet, or you could be
You
a
could
sock
have,
that
like,
just emits a noise. But
You could
you're
have
just
life
a
juice
sock
inside you
sitting
that
there.
gave you
Oh, so it's in a magical sock that like talks.
that gave him life.
Either way.
Oh boy.
So you're hanging in the cart along with everyone
Yeah,
else.
and we just think you're a normal sock, probably.
Why wouldn't he just be a sock puppet?
Well, he can choose what he wants to do.
But right now he looks like a sock. And we
So
don't know
I'm
any
hanging
better.
up in the car like a clothespin. Like I'm just.
Yeah, you're not like nailed to the side of the cart. You're just
Same time.
Just being stored.
yeah.
Oh. So I'm hanging or I'm stored in a container.
No, you're hanging from the wall, but just by something that's easily
Is he
taken
wet?
off the wall.
Okay.
Is
I
he
mean, it's
wet
raining.
sock?
He might be a wet sock.
Hey, wake up.
You say that?
Yeah.
To who? Degdoc? He's the only one still sleeping.
I said, who said that?
Oh my god, are you like, is
Hades
this
is looking
sock
around.
like this world's version of the bunny suit guy?
We don't know. this is a sock.
It's the same voice.
Whose car did we get inside of?
Well.
Grandma.
Oh.
Well, if you want to say that.
You're in Grandma's cart right now.
I said, who said that?
It's me.
So I'm still just looking around.
Yeah, he's just trying to figure out where it's coming from. He starts like moving some fabrics around.
I said, Dead the Doc, did you say something?
He's just gonna go.
Up on the clothespin, jackass. No,
You could.
You could. That's up to you.
right up here, buddy.
Yeah, he just looks up, or we say on the clothespin. He's like, "You're a sock?
I said, hey, this, what are you talking to?
A sock?
Yeah, what about it? Don't put me on your feet.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I would be too.
And suddenly a bunch of water kind of seeps in through the ceiling, and some of it hits you.
No. I'll be ruined. Please take me off this clothespin.
Okay, I'll take him off the clothespin and put him on the floor.
Floor's kind of wet.
Oh no, I take him back off the floor. I just hold him in my big clawed hand, very daintily.
What are you doing? Take me to a dry cleaners quickly. I'll rot.
Dungeons and Dragons, everybody.
He just looks at the sock and is just like, I can't believe I'm talking to a talking sock.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's just gonna like awkwardly hold you like off the ground and just stand there. Doesn't know what to do about this.
So Daddy Doc is still pretending to sleep?
Yeah, he's like, I'd say he kind of like jolted awake with everybody else, but he's starting to like kind of drift a little bit.
So like, you physically don't feel tired at all. So if you want to actually... So you can only pretend. You can't act... You aren't physically able to do that right now.
Well, I'll say I don't feel good.
Oh yeah, you can definitely not feel good.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of like laying down.
But you're not able to... Your mind is sharp, though. You're not able to drift.
Okay. Alright, well then I'm simply wasting away in my own juices.
You do have water dripping on you, so you feel wet overall.
Yeah. That's only adding to it.
So the car is moving pretty fast, and you guys hit like a bump, and so you guys kind of like, get thrown to one side a little bit.
Do I drop the sock? I was holding it.
You want to make a dex check? Or strength.
Okay.
Strength
that
check?
was a really
What's
bad
up? Hold on to the...
sock.
Just kind of like have like a iron grip.
One sock.
Okay, 4, 5, 6. I got a 7. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'd say you drop him in some water.
Hey, buddy. I am the lucky sock, alright? I am Grandma's prime creation. You do not drop me into the water, alright? Dry clean only, cold cycle.
I just look over and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Listen, I don't know about how you know anything about clothing, because, you know what? No, I'm not one
I'm
to-
literally just wearing a loincloth right now. So.
Yeah, you don't have socks, right?
No, I have huge clawed feet. They wouldn't fit in socks.
Listen, I am the lucky sock, alright? So, treat me with special care. I will bring you good fortune. I guarantee you that.
Actually, you gotta respect your socks in combat.
You don't wear socks, do you?
I got chicken feet.
Yeah.
This guy, I can see
Why
your
in
teeth.
combat specifically? I'm curious.
You gotta keep your feet dry. You don't get no jungle rot.
Listen, I
Fey
can-
rot.
I can see your team is at a very low point right now. You could use a lucky sock.
Hearing some talking actually coming from the back now, the door at the front slides open, it's like a small hole.
Yeah.
And going blank on the name.
Yvelda?
Yavel, thank you.
Yes, couldn't remember.
Yeah.
It's his love interest. He's
Yes.
gonna-
Yeah, Yavelda leans in and she goes, "Oh, you're finally awake. What was up with you? Hades, I tried to wake you up and you just would not wake up. I mean, I know you've been a heavy sleeper, but not this much."
Did you seriously just have a character in a horse cart say, "Yo, you're finally awake"?
Yeah,
did.
pretty much.
Well, except
I don't play
it's a
World of
muscular
Warcraft.
donk cart, though.
It's a donk cart.
Oh yeah, the muscular
Yeah.
donk.
The muscular
Yeah,
donk.
the
The
donkey.
one small donk that apparently can pull all of you guys pretty fast.
Yeah.
You don't,
So,
don't fuck with the donk.
The donk is a lot
Hayes
of
just
horsepower.
gonna shrug and say, oh, I don't know, I found a talking sock, and I hold up Aaron's character.
She kind of like turns off the side, like, "Is that your thing?" and then you hear Grandma say, "Yeah."
Just like a casual.
That's
Yeah.
something she would say.
I just knit things, and they might happen that way. And so Yvelda kind of looks like, okay. Well, we're trying to find some place to take shelter for now because there's a huge storm incoming, and I don't know how you slept through this, but we got to find shelter fast because it's probably going to get worse.
Where are we?
In the middle of a giant field of, I don't know where we are exactly. I don't want to take the map out because I don't want to get it wet.
Well, can I make a perception check to see if there's any caves or anything around?
You can, so I'd say disadvantage if you try to look out the front hole because you can't see much through that. If you want to get a better
Yeah.
picture, you have to open up the back doors.
I'll go out the back.
I'm gonna go escape.
You're gonna escape.
Yeah.
We have to pay.
Oh, that escape. I thought you meant Henry James is gonna escape out of the car.
Be careful. With
All right,
these
do a
cables.
perception check.
Okay, that's...
You're doing good.
15.
15.
Oh. Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you look off to the very far left. Like if you like peek out the side. Why are you crawling? Still,
Crawling in.
I dare you to go to the bathroom while crawling.
I'll
I
have to
prefer
clean
to
that.
keep Tim's house somewhat functioning.
Somewhat.
I'm not peeing on the ground.
Oh, he's gonna poop on the ground.
Are you leaving the door open? Thank you.
So, I'd say with a 15, you look out and you can see mountains pretty far in the distance at this point.
Yeah.
Probably the same mountains where the fort was in, the pass was in. And it's just, as far as you can see, lots of silvery wheat. And you can see up in the clouds, you think you might see like some like shadows moving, but you can't quite tell what would be up in the clouds. But the clouds are in that classic spiral shape,
Oh boy.
and the wind is just getting really, really intense.
I'm gonna wake up Doc because I think he's asleep. He's not, but I think he is. I don't know what I rolled for, but Degdock, I go over and I'm like, Degdock, we need to wake up. It's a bad storm.
He's gonna just groan again.
I'm going to slap him.
Uh,
Wake up.
He will. Alright, so he has his back to you on the ground,
Yeah, he's still sleeping.
and then how?
Oh, yes, he's face first onto the.
Yeah, he's like. I pictured him like against the wall of the cart, just kind of like against it.
Okay,
Yeah.
head facing towards the.
Yeah,
wall.
like facing
Okay.
the wall. So are you like slapping him on the back of the head or on the shoulders or?
You turn him over and then slap him.
Probably his shoulder.
Okay. He vomits.
We don't have time for this.
Right. Here's what you do. You gotta need a raw egg, some hot sauce, some black pepper. Well, how do you make a oyster?
How do you make it oyster?
Whatever.
Omelet?
No, it's for cure hangover.
Oh, okay. He just goes on this whole thing about the.
Anyone have any orange slices?
Yeah.
You know, he just looks at the sock and goes, "You better shut up, or I'm gonna wipe the vomit up with you."
You don't have to do that.
He's also still in a puddle of water. Fat ass.
No, I picked him up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I'm not ShamWow.
You are such a doll.
Hades just goes, "I don't know what that means, but okay."
Dr. Doc is still retching on the ground.
ShamWow is canon to this universe now.
You're gonna love my nuts.
Do you say?
Wait, no, that's a slap chop guy. No, that's
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I was like, what did nuts have to do with ShamWow?
That guy got arrested for prostitution in Europe.
Was it prostitution?
Yeah.
Ah.
And then wasn't the Australian CEO of the Pizza Hut? No, not Pizza Hut. What's the other one? Domino's.
Domino's?
Yeah,
Really?
wasn't he a pedophile?
I have no idea.
According to Auntie Donna.
No,
Fuck is Auntie Donna?
Auntie Donna's a comedy group. No, they
best
were,
comedy
they were
group
talking
from
about a
Australia.
sandwich shop from
Oh.
Australia. That's a big chain there.
But I thought they were sponsored by Domino's once, and then in the same video they talked about how he was the CEO. of
No.
the
Oh yeah,
No.
I remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't think it was Domino's, but it was some brand.
We have the meat.
Someone's a
That's
pedophile.
Arby's.
Somewhere.
Somewhere, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wait, that's Subway.
Eat
Oh
Yeah, that's the
They weren't,
Jared.
they weren't sponsored by them though. On
Oh,
that
no, they
episode.
were sponsored by Domino's for an episode, but Subway is the one where they call the CEO a pedophile.
Yes.
Because anyways,
Anyway, yeah.
what were we talking about?
Dr. Doc's vomiting still.
Right. Oh wait, no, you were doing the ShamWow thing. What were you
It's
actually
like-
trying to say? Because you talked about nuts.
No, I'm not cloth. You can clean stuff up with that. I don't soak stuff. Besides foot sweat, I'm really good at that. Not vomit.
Hades just goes noted, and then just is just holding this talking sock.
I say this grandma is an excellent tailor.
Damn right she is. Best creation she's ever had.
I don't know. I just knit things.
I hope she's no wicked witch of the north.
No, just a sweet old lady. Just,
We have
just
bigger
knit-
problems. We need to figure out what we're doing about this storm. It's getting pretty bad.
And then Yvel leans over. Well, we got to keep an eye out for some place to take shelter. As soon as we find one place, we have to just go there. It doesn't matter where it is.
Can I make a perception check again?
Okay, where are you looking?
Out the side, like around, if I can, to see if there's anything like in sight to take shelter with, like
Okay.
a cave or a house or something. That is a 13.
Okay, and also just make me just a simple strength check, just because you're like leaning so far out the cart.
Not bad at those, but okay.
I keep forgetting that you're bad because
Yeah, I mean, I use dex.
you're so big.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
13.
Okay, you're fine.
okay.
And then you got, what was it, 11 for the, no, 12?
It was 13.
13?
For
Oh,
both.
so okay.
Got two 13s.
Nice. So looking out from the back, so looking forward where the cart is heading towards, you can see in the distance on the right, you can see the shadow of something sticking farther up off the ground. Like it's not just like a flat wheat field. There's something shadowy in the distance on the right.
Okay, can I point this out to Grandma and tell her we should head that way?
Okay, so she goes, okay, sure. And then meanwhile, like the wind is just making her hair go like wild in one direction, and she's just like calmly like, yeah, okay. And just kind of turns the donk towards that direction.
The donkey.
We should give him like we should make him talk and have like a New York City accent.
It could be
The
Aaron.
donk.
No, he's the
Aaron
sock.
could be the donk.
Can you give me your best like Italian American city accent?
You already did that with the.
Was the sock that?
No. He already did that with the bunny guy.
Yeah, the bunny guy, yeah.
I can change the accent.
Maybe make it a little more nasally.
Anyway,
Really, you'll
Taking
become Joe
requests.
Pesci. Joe Pesci.
Oh yeah.
Oh, who's the big meat? Yeah, fuck.
That's perfect. Perfect.
Who's the big meat now, bud?
What, you think I'm funny? What, you think I'm like ha funny?
Think I'm a clown?
I think Zach's was better.
You're so critical.
I'm just the observer.
uh-huh.
You have a good accent
Oh, okay.
for
You
a
can-
sock that doesn't have a mouth.
You can change
No,
it.
socks have
Yeah.
mouths.
You can go into settings and.
Well, okay. Here's the thing, though: is the open part of the sock moving when you speak?
That's what.
or-
That's how I picture
or-
it.
I was
is it just-
imagining it more like the voice just emanates from the sock for no apparent reason.
Well, yeah.
I pictured it like classic, classic Disney animation where it's like a very specific shape of the
Or-
mouth.
Or like when you put your hand through a sock and make it go like this.
A sock puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What,
It's
you
your-
mean,
it's-
like I'm a parasite? Like I can like
It's your character, Aaron. How do you see
Up
it?
to you. I was thinking it was just like the voice came out somehow.
I'm just gonna say like it's completely like I can't move besides the mouth part.
But is the
So
mouth
it-
part the end like this, or is it like the where
Yeah,
the
it's
foot
like a
goes?
sock
It's like
puppet.
it's like the hand.
Oh,
puppet.
okay.
But like it's
yeah.
just
Okay, so
limp.
it's the toe of
Yeah.
the sock, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
I'm glad that we've clarified this
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was
It's
important.
for the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah. for a character that just came out of nowheres.
Talking sock.
It's gonna have a lot
Yes.
of character development.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Well,
be
he's
restitched.
portable.
If
so
you get cut out of the recap for the next episode, I'm sorry, but
He's-
be prepared.
he's the bunny suit guy. Didn't make the cut,
Yeah.
sadly.
It's a sock. I wouldn't hold it against it. I don't think it's that crucial.
Yeah.
Those.
Side element. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you leave the door open in the back, or you try to
I close it.
All right. Make a strength check
Oh
against
boy.
the wind.
Oh boy.
I'm having some deja vu.
I got
know what
a
that noise was.
non-nat 20.
Wow, you guys are really good at closing
So
doors.
loud.
You guys are really good at closing doors. So yeah, no, you close it no problem, and you get it shut. So the water stops coming in. It's still a bit wet.
Vomit
Okay.
stops going out.
The fart stops going out.
The vomit.
The vom-
He was vomiting.
You can vomit as much as you want. I'll leave that up to you to decide.
No, he's like it's like pitiful amounts. Like he's like kind of curled up in fetal position.
Looks like he needs more alcohol.
Yeah. Because it's like drain. When he opened the door, it was like draining out, but now it's not again. So now it's.
You
starting to
guys are going fast enough that the vomit is slowly moving
Yeah,
across
it's
the
like,
floor to the back, and then you open it and it just goes
Yeah.
sprayed out.
Ejection.
I also want to note that the water feels pretty good because
I got burned.
you got burned, so you got patches where you have no hair.
Yeah.
And you were burned, so the water feels pretty good, kind of like numbing a little bit of the pain that you would you have like the slight pain that you would notice in those areas where it still kind of burns a bit.
Yeah.
The cure wounds did help. If you cast it more, it would get rid of that.
Gotcha.
Was that Shane?
No, that was my dad. He has too many sandwiches.
There's too many
That's
sandwiches.
terrible.
I feel like that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Terrible accent.
I did not expect your ringtone to be like a magical, mystical
Piano.
like.
It's the default. it's
Yeah, you're the kind of person that wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
It used to be the Seinfeld theme.
Y'all, that's
What
bad.
happened? What? That's so good.
Then Kramer said those things.
Who knows what happened? I stepped on my phone.
I did that too.
Anyway.
All right, so Grandma starts heading in that direction to, guiding the donk to hopefully something that's helpful. You guys eventually come up, you get closer, and you see that it is a ramshackle house in the middle of this expanse of just, wild silvery wheat.
This sounds familiar.
It does?
I've done this in my campaign a few times.
Going to a house.
The first campaign I wrote anyway.
I like to go in house.
And it wasn't good, if you remember.
Was it the very beginning?
It was like mid-early stages of my first campaign. Every time there's the bit with like the witch's house in the middle of nowhere.
Ah,
I
okay.
didn't know.
Wasn't the prognosticator's house in your original campaign kind of like that too?
It that wasn't his house. That was his shop.
Yeah, his shop.
Yeah,
Wasn't it like
it's so like you guys were like walking along.
We were in the woods.
You weren't in the woods at this point.
Oh.
You were in more kind of like flatlands.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then out of nowhere, his shop disappeared.
Right. Yeah. That's what
Um,
I was originally thinking.
Okay.
So you guys show up at this ramshackle house, and it looks like it's probably structurally sound. Like it's not too old. It's just
Right,
been
it's just-
abandoned
it's-
for at least a little bit.
Okay.
So so Grandma parks the cart, and Yvelda says, "Come on, quick, everyone, get inside."
Yeah.
I said, do we got room for the donk?
Yeah, bring him in. He's small.
All right.
Deg the Doc stumbles as he gets up, and then as he's like getting off the cart, he falls over and lands in the ground.
I guess Yvelda will go over and try to help him up to get him in.
He's gonna vomit as she picks him up.
Luckily, it's raining outside. She kind of like lets the rain kind of like wash some of it off as she's carrying you. And the moment, and I guess you're going in too. You're on Hades.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
I wanna
yeah.
know
I
when
put
you
you in. I put the sock in my backpack. I did that earlier.
I don't mean it. Oh.
Yeah. So like right before we got out of the cart, I put the sock in my backpack, and we're going out into the rain, and then we're going into the house.
So you just hear muffled rain hitting leather, and then you just hear complete silence. Because the moment you guys pass through the threshold, all of the sound of the storm just disappears.
Can I cast a spell?
You can cast a spell.
What's in here, by the way? Do I want to look around? What's going on?
Well, so you're in like the entryway to a what would have been a pretty fancy house.
Okay, it's like a mansion.
Well, it's at least 2 stories because you got stairs going up to a second level.
Okay.
But you are currently on the first level. What spell were you thinking of?
Protection of good and evil.
Oh, okay. And what is it? What specifically does it detect?
Good.
Because
What type of creature?
Well, no, it's a bit more specific than that. I've looked at it before. I just forget.
Forget if it's alignment based or type of like.
I think it's type of creature, not alignment.
You passed it.
I'm sorry, Dad.
It's the
That's
I'm
one.
afraid you're gonna rip the page out of the book.
Yes, Sam. Protection or detection of good and evil?
Yeah.
Protection against good and evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing
You're
protection
in
or
S,
detect?
John.
I'm pretty. Wait, what did I say? Detect or?
You said detect.
Protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the spell is
Or,
protection.
are you trying to do detecting or are you trying to do protecting?
Now you got me
against?
confused. I gotta see where.
They are different spells.
No, you. I thought I was detect, and then you.
You originally said detect.
Okay, protection. He was right. I'm sorry, Tims.
Okay, so you're doing protection
Yes.
from good and evil.
Which is specific still, though. It's not like everything.
Not everything.
No, it's not everything good or everything evil. It's
Yeah.
like a list.
Like a wisp.
Protection from evil
Yep.
and good.
Till the spell ends, one willing creature you touch. I'm touching myself, no weirdos. Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead.
Wow, that's more than I thought.
Yeah, yeah. It's a long
The
list.
protection grants you several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage attack rolls against myself. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any saving throw to get out of it.
Okay. And so you're and how long does it last?
10 minutes and it's concentration.
Okay. And so you're casting it the moment you walk in.
I'm touching it. I touch my gobbler.
Nice. You just slap it around.
It glowing a little white, like a holy white magic.
Your gobbler glows white. That's interesting.
Even though it's red.
He's a chicken, man.
Imagine like you just touch your Adam's apple and it just glows.
It's pretty much what that is.
Like you hear like a crack, like you're breaking like a glow stick. And then you just talk like this after that. How you guys doing now?
I have a good 3-pack-a-day smoker voice.
Yeah, I got a hole in my throat.
Anyway.
This is why you don't
So-
drink Coors.
Is Yvelda still lifting me?
I guess she's gonna slowly let you down if you're still like. Because once you're inside, you don't need to worry about the weather. It seems. because like once you pass threshold, there's no more rain, there's no more wind, so it's all quiet.
Okay. If she drops me, he's just gonna fall on the ground again.
Well, she's gonna let you down slowly,
Okay, and then he'll slowly go down on the ground then.
and so the first thing she says is, "What happened to you guys? You guys wouldn't wake up, and he's writhing on the ground."
I don't know what's going on with him, but we were back in hell again.
I say, have you seen the other me? Was he looking kind of rough and tough?
You look exactly like you look.
God damn it.
Tom, do you remember in the last session, some of Degdadoc's actions made you angry at me?
Yes, I do remember that.
Alright, cool. Just making sure you remembered.
Yeah, I remember that. That's part of why he hasn't been that concerned about what's going on with you.
Okay.
And Yvelda goes, Are you guys sure you really is not having a shared dream or some sort?"
I believe they said there's 2 of me, and that's 1 too many.
I would agree. You know, like maybe they're just dreaming that you're there
What if
because
it's
they
bad
know
enough?
you.
We're trying to say that they're that. What are you trying to say?
It wasn't Degdadoc. He's too busy, like, half throwing up.
I said, what is wrong with the drunk? Is the liver finally giving out?
Wow, he was sleeping perfectly fine, and he just seems all of a sudden to be doing that.
Are you going through what they call ale withdrawal?
He doesn't even respond. He's just groaning.
Well, I don't think he really could, because as long as I've known him, he's been able to even outdrink me.
I said withdrawal, like his body can't take the
Lack of ale.
lack of ale.
We've had alcohol, though.
Oh. What's wrong, boy? You having a battle sickness? Shell shock?
I'm
Egg
sure he'll
munching?
be fine, says Hades rather coldly over the top of you.
Hades, you okay?
I
He
said,
just makes that
Mr. Power,
noise.
what's the problem with your stomach? Have you not had any bugs to eat?
You're just like he's lying on the ground, and you're just standing over him like this, like, "Hey, buddy."
I'm imagining that he's in that state of life when you're you're in between like sessions of throwing up, and you do like if you hear something loud, it will make you throw up again. But you're in here with your beak is like all the way in his ear.
I said my comrades need to feel good so they can fight better on the battlefield.
Like directly in his ear. And you just go,
It's all like a feather on the back. It's gonna be alright, son. Get the bad stuff out of you.
I can imagine you just being like, "I'm gonna make you feel better one way or another," and you just start doing cure wounds by slapping him in the face. You're just like,
You know what?
"Do better."
I'll do that. I'll cast cure wounds. I'm just blowing. Oh wait, is that a concentration?
No, because it's instantaneous.
Yeah, I'm just like slapping the cure wounds in you.
what about your spell slots?
That's just 2.
You're gonna use 2 spell slots to do cure wounds?
I mean, are you at full health?
I don't even know.
Yeah,
So-
you all had a
Oh,
little rest.
yeah, then maybe not then.
Can I hear
But maybe
this?
it's like an attempted
Oh,
cure
okay.
wound. Maybe
Oh,
just
okay.
It's just muffled, but you can hear everything.
Yeah, you're just in my backpack.
I wish I could. It was a bar that I could inspire you, but I can't.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Foghorn Leghorn is having a bit of a fit right now.
Hey!
Shane's here.
That's actually what I based
I
him
think
off of.
Shane's
Yeah.
Him
Always
and
coming.
Colonel Sanders.
I
A
think,
weird mix.
I think Shane has
Yo,
entered
makes
the
sense.
chat.
Is that Shun?
Is that Shone?
Is that Sean?
Is that Shonen Anime Jump?
Is that Shore?
It's Shine!
It's yes.
have my food. I will be over there in a minute.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
Eat,
live.
you
just so know.
We're
luxurious
just
man.
role-playing with Aaron, who's a sock.
Yeah, we're back in Mutamurus. And
Yeah.
he's a magically enchanted
We,
sock.
we decided that you left some life juice in him and he came alive.
No, that's
That's
not true. That's also not what happened, but he is a talking sock right now.
Have fun eating. Try to chew loud so we can hear you, okay? Don't whisper.
Alright, I got you.
I don't think that even shut up on the mic.
What shut up?
Him saying alright, I hear
Here's a cool sock fact. Socks do not need to breathe.
You just say that out of the bag randomly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at my backpack and be like, "Shut up."
No.
Well, I mean, we're inside now. We should probably take him out so he can be more comfortable.
So you can breathe.
Hades nods and like, I was just kidding, and he grabs them out.
So socks are not like wine.
Some socks are not like wine.
Yeah, you gotta let wines breathe.
I feel like all socks are not like wine because they're not wine. They're not. You can't drink socks.
I bet you
Anyway.
can make sock wine.
Nasty.
That sounds foul. Anyway, so yeah, I take the talking sock out of my backpack and like just hold it.
Right, cool. Where the hell are we?
We're just in some old decrepit mansion.
Grandma looks around. She goes, "Looks familiar, or maybe not. It's a very nice home, though." I don't remember where I'm from.
Hades just like looks at her for a second blankly and then just goes, "Right, so I guess we're setting up for here for the night."
I guess. Well, let me start drawing this place out for you.
Okay, cool.
Artiste.
Here we go.
Here we go again. I should have.
Ba-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Take the dog.
We found our head.
Take the dog.
Hey, what color should I use, guys? I got more colors over
Black.
there, too. All right.
Do you like how I said black?
Oh.
Stop.
We do
huffing
not
that off
promote
camera.
drug use in this
I don't want them to
stream.
see that I'm addicted to sniffing these things.
Expo markers, brother.
I don't know if that's an illicit chemical. However,
Oh,
I'll still
Officer,
enforce it.
Officer
Trying to get
Shane.
your- Are you trying to look at the spot on your butt?
La cabusa,
No, I was just
senora.
trying to put my butt in frame.
Oh,
Double
yeah.
cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon.
Okay, I'll do it this way.
Yeah, do it that way.
So,
Yeah, do it that way. Yeah.
all right.
I sound like a director.
Oh, I if I had my megaphone, I would give it to you, but it's in my
No,
trunk.
you shouldn't grant me that kind of power.
I have
It would also be too loud right now, I think.
I'll show you too loud.
a Rode mic without a mic.
So it's a road.
Yeah,
Action.
that's not how that works.
Pull the trigger.
No, if you want that,
Where is this going? How dark are we getting?
Here you go.
Is that a sword? I like swords.
Oh, you want a sword? Hold on.
Yo, is that a gun?
I have one.
No.
We believe you, Shane. But my guy uses maces. You got a mace?
No, but I have a wooden axe.
He doesn't use the axe. He uses his maces in the Morning Stars. Because he's a cleric. On guard.
The axe job fits your real heritage, though.
What? His heritage of KFC?
His character is a chicken,
Kentucky
yes.
Fried Crickets. Because he'd
Yes.
be a
Yes,
cannibal.
I know. Yeah.
And he's not like that. That's not who he is. You can put this back now.
Okay, so the mansion.
okay, so
That's a strip club near me.
doot.
I'm proud of you.
Cool.
I've never been there. I just yell at people saying, you know, I bet your mom's proud of you and read the Bible.
Why?
I'm not a good person.
Okay.
Actually, that's true. I do.
What, that you're not a good person?
All of what I said is true.
All right. So we got doot.
Oh, are those lines bookshelves, sir?
No, they're not.
Okay. I was just wondering.
That's a staircase, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And one of those are like walls with doors.
Are those
Yes.
all those props you talk about?
Do you want the bayonet? It is built for gun, but it is also sword.
But that's Shane. He have gun.
Yeah, it's true. We'll
No
give this to
sword.
Shane.
You're a gunslinger, you narc.
But I don't have a sword.
You have a rapier.
That's
Yeah.
not a sword.
I'll give
A rapier's a sword.
I'll give you
Not
the
sword he
bayonet.
has.
You want the bayonet?
No.
It's a little bit
It's
of
just
a
being
stone.
difficult now.
Okay.
If it were up to me, I wouldn't have had any ranged weapons.
You're a gunslinger.
If it were up to me, I wouldn't have had any melee weapons.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, so,
rock. Go ahead.
so here you guys just entered through.
Who's the tank?
That's Grandma.
Okay.
That's what Jamie wanted last time.
Yeah,
We said she was.
she did.
So, yeah, so we got Daddy Doc lying on the ground here, and you guys are all standing around in the foyer area. You got a door here, a door there, hallway going straight down, and you got staircase going up. And you see on the second level that it then goes to the right and then goes back
It's
towards the front of the house.
So there's like a balcony that wraps around.
Yeah, it goes like this.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go upstairs.
All right, gotta draw more. So, what are you guys doing? You guys all following him?
I'm I'm trying to like verbally support Dagdadoc.
I'm ignoring
As
him.
well as like with my spell, being aware of like fucking things in the house.
Okay. And Shane, I know you're not here yet, but are you gonna follow Hades to explore this house, or are you gonna stay with Henry James and Dagdadoc?
Dagdadoc has been vomiting a lot.
So, can I have some background information? Why are we at this house?
Big storm trying to seek shelter.
You're not doing a good job.
Is it dark in this
Try my
house?
best.
It's lighter than you'd expect,
too
but a little
aggressive.
dark.
Can I see?
Yes. This is also during the middle of the day, but it's just stormy outside, so it's dark.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna
Is that
explore.
just air?
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna explore the house.
With Hades, or you're gonna go your own way?
With Hades.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Oh yeah.
Stop it.
you guys go up the stairs. Yavelva's gonna go with you, and Grandma, Henry James. Grandma's gonna sit on the stairs and start knitting. She's gonna be right here. And Henry James and Dagdadoc are gonna be there vomiting and having moral support.
So I'm gonna go to Grandma and be like, I said, are you okay with the goat man stealing your finest creation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's it.
I mean, he's just a nice sock. So I don't mind if people enjoy him.
I like your mindset, old lady. I know that I'm kind of old myself too. I hope you take no disrespect from what I said.
No, not at all. I know I'm old and wrinkly.
Sometimes the best things in this world are mature. I understand. I miss my wife.
Valera!
I miss my family because I don't remember them.
That is quite depressing. I wish I didn't remember my son.
Why would you not want to remember someone?
He's nothing but a lazy postal worker.
Yeah, but he's your son. He's
I
family.
still love the kid, but he needs to apply himself. He needs to go out in the world and do something with his life.
He just hears this from the top of the stairs, by the way.
He just takes a mental note of that. Keeps walking.
Well, I hope that I remember my family, even if they are postmen, or postwomen, or post things.
Even if they were a post, like a fence.
If they're family, they're family. You know, I got a talking sock, so it could be talking post.
I kind of shrugged like, okay.
Maybe I was a talking inanimate object that was then turned into a person. Probably not, though. I don't remember.
I can't take any more of this strangeness.
And there's nothing more important than
You're not
family.
here.
Oh, no.
Well, you can yell down the stairs at them. But
Yeah.
you're at the top of the stairs.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But-
Yeah, you're with me.
But you do hear them saying all this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's nothing more important than family.
Hey, Dave the Doc, you hear something?
He burps, and it's like a wet burp.
Son. I said, what is wrong with you, sir?
He's just gonna grumble again, and then like
Can I do a medicine check on Dave the Doc?
he's been on his side, and when you ask that, he's gonna grumble, and then like go face first.
This is, I'm pretty sure I'm proficient in
Yeah,
this.
do a medicine check. Go ahead.
Got
Go quite.
I got +6, sir.
Have fun peeing.
Where's my D20? Oh, it's in my pocket.
All right. I used up a lot of space with this, so.
Good. 15 on Deg the Doc medicine check.
I think that you think that this is more of a. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Tim. But I think this is more of throwing up due to, not something like physical, like he doesn't have like a stomach bug that's making him throw up.
Correct.
Wait, say that again.
It's not-
It's not something physical.
It's mental?
Yeah.
I said, son, what is the problem?
He just doesn't respond. He's just like literally like it's just him with his butt cheeks in the air, just on the ground.
What makes it so sick? Because, like, I had to once kill these men for no good reason, and I threw up for hours. And then my commanding general said, get your shit together, and then I did.
So I'm gonna draw the upstairs right around this area. Might have to erase it later if you guys explore the bottom area, but for now I'll just explore this top area.
Makes sense.
You don't respond to what I said?
Not immediately.
Okay.
I want to see what happens upstairs.
Even though I should have been in the search party since I had the spell cast.
Yeah.
But I ended up trying to help you out.
You're just trying to talk to the vomiting guy.
Well, he kind of sees him, like, even though he's not the commander in his own head, he sees himself as the commander.
Yeah.
So the balcony goes around right here.
So this is like above what those doors would lead to, basically.
Yes.
So detailed and smelly.
Thank you. Oh wait, no, that's wrong.
Oh. Whoa.
Kind of like fine art.
Yeah.
Alright, I got that. And then I think
Also,
right.
when you yelled like something about your wife, in character, I also yelled back down, Valera.
Okay.
Ah, she's a fine hen.
And then the bottom part of the balcony then goes over the front here where the door.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do like dotted lines for that. Look,
Okay.
you could walk this way right here.
Okay.
And then a wall starts right here so you don't see over here yet.
Wow.
Also, I'd like to apologize. I did my best to get here as soon as possible.
You're fine.
I don't
fine.
I'm just
forgive
glad
you
we were able
and
to do it today.
Yeah.
I don't forgive you.
Wow.
No problem. So, before we go any further, I want to do a little recap and thing with Shane.
Okay.
First, Shane, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, I need my book.
My book. Is the book asking for toes?
Yes.
Okay. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good to know.
Am I proficient in those? I am not.
12. Okay. Duly noted. All right. So, we're rewinding a little bit back to the beginning. So last session you were with the Proprietor,
Yes.
and you guys learned some interesting things. And then at the very end, you stepped in to save Hades, and the Proprietor had you fall in love with Orlevo.
Yes.
And then he had Hades fall asleep, and then you, Dagdadoc, and Cyrus, and Ro all fell asleep at the same time. So now you're asleep, and what would you typically be dreaming of?
My family.
Okay. So when you start dreaming, it's you in your family home, but with Orlevo instead. And you guys are kind of sitting together having a very nice time. And then
Wow.
After a little bit, though...
I'm internally screaming, by the way. This is a nightmare.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
bad.
off to the side of your house, you notice that the Proprietor is there. Kind of ghostly, though. Like, he's not fully there. And he's kind of watching things. And then, after a little bit of being with Orlevo, he disappears, and your family is then there, replacing him. And the Proprietor goes, I see you've crossed the threshold. And you now no longer love Orlevo.
Thank Christ. Hey, hang on. Radigan Rangord. Oh, thank God. And I grab my son. I'm like, I missed you. Look at my wife.
You're not a
Like,
man.
cup in the face.
You're not Olivo.
Now,
This is not my beautiful wife. Once in a lifetime.
Now they're not. They're smiling at you, but they're not really saying anything, because you realize that you're in a dream, and so it's not everything's like 100% real. And the proprietor is watching, and as the dream goes on, he seems to be starting to fade a little bit. And he's just intently watching to see what's going on. And outside of your house, you start to hear kind of like thunder, like rumbling, and you start to hear like lots of things flying around the house. And as this starts to happen, though, like cracks start to appear in the side of the wall of your house, and darkness starts to seep in, and your family disappears. And as the darkness creeps in, everything starts to turn kind of grayscale. But then you feel like a warmth. Like as things start to feel like a bit dangerous and you don't know what's going on, you feel a warmth and you feel like something touch your shoulder. And you look over, and even though everything's in black and white, you see a golden glow.
Not the fork.
And Munger is there with you.
Nice.
He is actually the same height as you. He's not as small as a goblin. And he goes, "Not to worry. I am here to investigate." And then you hear off to the side, the proprietor goes, "What the hell is going on?" "What are you doing here?" Munger turns to the proprietor and he goes, "I am helping my people. What are you doing here? Trying to mess with my people? I don't want you to mess with my people, for they're my people." "Listen, you're a goblin guy. What are you doing with a human?" "He is a goblin at heart."
Shane, please take a couple levels in Paladin and become a Paladin among
I'm
there.
thinking about it now,
Please,
man. I'm thinking of either paladin or cleric at this point.
And as they're kind of bickering, though, you notice that so Munger is like a solid form, whereas Proprietor is kind of ghostly and he's starting to fade. And Proprietor is kind of getting to the point where it's like becoming staticky, like almost like a staticky radio. Mm-hmm. And then as the cracks in the walls of your house start to open more, the darkness is seeping in. You can almost see something on the other side. You're not sure where it is, but it's not like the outside of your house. And then Munger goes, "I sense something. This is not the And then he's cut off as this black beam shoots out towards him, and he goes, "Stay back!" And he puts his hand forward, and like this golden kind of radiant shield appears in front of his hand and starts blocking the black beam coming at him, and it's like spinning like a fan, like and blocking it. And the proprietor is kind of like the force of the black beam coming through. The proprietor is kind of like trying to hold his own as well, but he's starting to fade even more now. And you also see the Munger, his light is starting to just get a little bit dimmer as he's almost starting to fade, but he's still more solid. And he goes, "This is not normal. Who is this?" And the beam is getting stronger, but he's pushing back with even more might. But then the blackness starts to seep through his shield as he's fading even more. And he goes, Where are you going?" He turns to you and he says that. "I'm not able to maintain connection."
I'm going to a plane called Mutamurus.
"Mutamurus. I don't know that place, but..." And it starts to push at him more as he's starting to fade, and the beam is starting to come through more to hit kind of close to where you are. Mm-hmm. And the proprietor at this point has completely disappeared. And then a little bit after that, Munger starts to fade more until he disappears, and then the whole area that you're in just goes to black as the sounds of all the flapping black birds surrounds you and kind of overwhelms your senses. And then you wake up. you wake up in Grandma's cart. There's rain coming through the ceiling because it's really, really windy outside. Tons of rain.
It's a bad storm.
Torrential downpour. And basically what has happened so far is that Hades got up and he was kind of looking around and chatting a little bit with Henry James, but then they discovered a sock hanging on the...
Because it was Grandma's cart full of like fabrics and stuff.
A sock starts talking and starts wisecracking and just being a sock that can talk.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And Yvelda and Grandma are in the front of the cart steering it because they're trying to find shelter because it is from when Hades opens the door and you can kind of look outside. You see like the stereotypical arms of like a hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
And Hades eventually notices off in the distance that there is a lone house in the middle because right now you're in the middle of this like giant like expansive plain of like silvery wheat. And there's like mountains in the distance, and then just kind of like can't really see much of anything besides just the grass. But you find this one random house in the middle. So you guys, so they steer the cart, the muscular donk, towards the house, and then you get to the house.
What's the name of the donkey?
I remembered. It took me a minute.
Daddy Doc appeared to not wake up at first, like with the rest of you. Because you and Hades woke up at the exact same time. But eventually, Daddy Doc gets up and then he starts vomiting. And he's just kind of seems to be retching and not feeling too good. But then you guys get to the house and you go inside, and it's completely quiet inside. Even though it's kind of, it's like an abandoned type house.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of... like not really, really old, but it's been abandoned for a little while. But you get inside and it's just eerily quiet because like no sounds of the hurricane outside, and it's dry. So now you guys are inside there.
And you and me and Yvelda are going up the stairs with the sock.
John's trying to. I mean, Henry James is trying to
Help Dag the
Say your own
dog.
name.
trying to help Dag the Doc the
Yeah.
best way he can.
And Grandma's knitting at the bottom of the stairs.
Now, is there anything that you wanted to do before this all happened? Since you weren't here at first.
When I was in the cart and I first woke up, I just wanted to give a little bit of a prayer to Mungera and thank him for the assistance he provided.
Mm-hmm.
Because at least now I know at least a little bit more about what's going on, that something is actively coming at us at this point, and that it outclassed him and the Proprietor.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to say thank you and...
Yeah.
Well, it's coming. Nah.
You don't get any response.
I didn't expect to.
And you're not in love with Orlevo.
Very happy about that. Thankfully, he's not here either. He's
He's back in hell.
he's back where he belongs. And I think that's about it, because I don't think there's much else I could do.
Right. Well, now we're caught up to the present, so you can do anything you want because you and Hades are at the top of the stairs exploring this house.
I think Can I make a perception?
Yeah, I also want to make a perception. Sure. See what I can see up here.
Let's see what you can
I just want to be clear: is when I cast my spell, Zach, is when we entered the house.
I
Okay.
see smells.
Would you get a nat 20?
Yeah.
Wait, are you like that creature from Avatar?
That you gotta clip.
Do you
that
know
for
what the
TikTok,
mole?
right?
Oh,
that,
yes.
That had that tongue thing.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so you are hyper alert. Henry James was a little skeptical of the place, so he cast protection from good and evil. But yeah, so like you can tell that this place, has been abandoned, but everything is in better condition than you'd expect. These like I said, you can't hear the storm outside, so something's going on. Yes.
What happened to the rest of the convoy?
Well, you woke up and your cart was just by itself.
Oh, like none of the things were in front of us.
No.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's a
should
good
ask
point. I'm going to
someone about
ask
that.
Yvelda as we're walking up here. So what happened to the other carts?
So you guys are like walking around, kind of looking at things, and she goes, Well, you guys all fell asleep, and we didn't know what was going on. And we originally were going to wait for your cart to show up so that we could take 2 carts. But we were trying to figure out what was going on with you guys, and we were so focused on that by the time that we were done, like, trying to wake you up, and you weren't waking up, and then we had to drag Radigan and put him into the cart. The whole caravan had gone through the fort at that point, so we were the last in the caravan. And we were going a little bit slower than the rest of the caravan because we had so many people in one cart. So eventually they just outran us, and we ended up by ourselves.
All right, that makes sense.
So I just hope that the rest of the caravan was able to find shelter as well, because apparently they all missed this place.
Yeah.
But this is a very expansive field, so they could have gone in any direction. And then she takes out her map to check exactly where we are, because now it's not going to get wet.
While I'm helping Deg the Doc, I just want to, like, do an investigation to make, like, look for footprints or anything. Make sure it's, like, none of the other people came here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean by that? Like, they came inside and never left kind of vibe.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, do an investigation check. And I'm going to get to your perception check as well.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm like, it's okay, son. Oh, God, that was a bad roll.
Oh. We got a lot of page turning going on here.
Oh, that was terrible. Oh, okay. 6?
Nice! Okay. You notice that there are no coats hanging on the coat rack. And you also notice that there is on like a side table over here near the entrance, there is a very nice looking candle.
I'm going to inspect the candle.
You gonna inspect it?
Mm.
All right. Well, give me your best inspection then, sir.
Is that another investigation?
Or
Arcana?
I'd say Arcana.
Arcana. I'm expecting the candle, bro. Okay. +3. Let's go.
That's 20.
Nat 20?
Yeah, nat 20.
Oh, cool.
All right. So you notice that it does have runes written on it.
Is there any more of these candles with look around?
You can open up the drawer that it's on the table that's in front of, and there's several other different colored candles in there.
I want to take the candles.
Okay.
And that was Arcana check, and there's nothing magical about them. They're not going to hurt me.
They have runes written on them. The runes are magical.
Would I know what the runes say?
No, because you don't know how to speak that ancient language.
How do you know I don't know how to speak?
Do you speak ancient runes?
No.
Do you speak in riddles and hymns?
Not often.
Now, runes are kind of related to
I got
modern.
Sylvian, bird person, air person.
Say runes are like kind of related to modern giant speech, but that's still different because that's kind of like how in Skyrim when dragons speak, it's magical.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, where like rune writing is innately magical, even though it's just writing because of what they are. So it's kind of different than like regular speech. So you can identify that they are runes, but you don't know runes, extremely well.
Oh, I'm proficient.
I'm gonna take these candles.
Okay.
I'm gonna put them in like a
natural
circle
25.
around Dag the Doc.
Oh wow,
Very nice.
that's fun.
I look pretty.
Then I'm gonna like pray to my god of order.
Mm-hmm.
Be like,
Who is your god again?
I worship Phoebus Mice.
Did we not know this?
No,
I don't think
he
you've ever-
he never told us.
I don't think it ever came up.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Phoebus mice?
Yeah, he was like this guy who kept coming back to life. His holy scripture is the bubble. It believes that like the whole universe
This is something you came up with?
Yeah.
Okay.
He believes that the all like every universe is a giant bathtub with all these bubbles of different universes, and they just get like floating,
He's not wrong.
and like that's like and
That's kind of how the D&D multiverse works,
yeah,
actually.
and there's prophets within them that like come back to life and tell people to have.
So like each one has a Jesus.
Yeah. This one's Phoebus though, mice, and he was a rat folk.
I
That's
hate
kinda
you
cool, actually. I like
so much.
It's
Mice.
Phoebus
Yeah.
Mice instead of. Oh my
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
That's great. I like that.
You're a terrible person.
No, I love that. That's so good.
I'm into it.
All right, so you're just making a sacrificial circle around Degdadoc.
No, healing circle around.
Whatever you want to call it.
I'm like literally like praying good vibes to this man to get him ready by
And
putting
he
these.
gets smited. But
I'll
okay,
stop the vomiting.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so you do that, and you feel like you feel like your God, your presence, your God is with you a little bit.
Okay.
But I mean, Degdadoc is still, I assume.
He's quiet now. He's not really vomiting, but he's still just kind of like
He's
out of it.
a weird chicken person just putting candles all around.
He's used to the chicken person. He doesn't even notice the candles, probably.
All right, so you guys are walking up here, just kind of looking room by room, unless you specifically want to go into a room and search it more.
I want to go into that big room on the left.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a bigger bedroom. It has a bed over here with like the drapes that go down around it, so you have more privacy. So like that. So it's supposed to be square. Like side, end tables there, and you have a wardrobe over here, a vanity.
Can I start searching all of the cupboards?
Yeah.
Like, not frantically, but like just I'm opening every single thing.
Can I search the vanity as well?
Sure. Go ahead. Both of you do investigation checks.
I'm gonna search the ground for dust motes
I'll give you an investigation check.
since my face is in it.
Non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20, and you already rolled a 20 for perception earlier.
I know.
I got a 15.
Nice. Okay.
Just roll the same.
Tim, what'd you get?
I gave myself disadvantage, and both of them were 15s. So investigation, that is a 14.
You notice that the floor, while it looks old, has no dust.
Cool.
So you're looking in, I guess, the wardrobe,
Yeah.
and you see that there are a lot of like a teenager woman's Victorian clothing.
Okay.
Lots of dresses, and just other clothing like that.
What? I would think
You
so,
gonna keep
yeah.
any of the pretty dresses?
No.
Zach, you should get back in the shot.
Yeah, the problem is that then I gotta keep I
Okay.
kind of keep going back and forth and drawing stuff. But
You can, if you want, you can like kick the chair out and just stand there for until this is.
well, I
done,
can.
you know?
You gave me enough space. I can still turn the chair.
Oh, okay.
So
Aaron is again just out. Try getting closer to Shane. Show this man how much you actually like love him.
yeah, Aaron, look at all this. There's all this pretty Victorian outfits, including some nice silk gloves.
Maybe it is
Some
a nice
silk
stocking.
white gloves.
Maybe it's a nice stocking for him.
Yeah, there are probably some stockings as well.
Look how they massacred my cousins.
They do look a bit used, like like the white is like more faded, like it was.
Yeah,
stained
like
with,
it's old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the vanity, you notice that there's a lot of makeup, and there's actually 2 gold pieces.
Okay. I'm gonna pocket those.
You gonna keep makeup for disguising?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not.
actually take the makeup for disguising.
So
Maybe
fit.
we can disguise Hades.
I'm covered in fur. I don't think I can even wear makeup. But
You never know till you try.
it's true.
I would say effectively you could get a disguise kit out of it with the amount of makeup, but there's no like masks or anything.
Can't put it. You have a mask.
I have a
though. We just
dwarf
have to
mask.
pretty it up. We can make you look like a really big dwarf.
It's a really bad dwarf mask, though. It doesn't really work that well.
Isn't it like cartoonish?
It's cartoonish, and it doesn't really fit my head.
Yeah.
You're just very hairy. That's not out of the
Goat face.
norm.
And tall.
You're just, you know what? You're like the Andre the Giant of dwarfs, all right? That's all we're.
Right, okay. So, I'm not taking anything. I'm just looking around.
Yeah, so it's more like there's the vanity and there's the wardrobe and then there's the bed and the 2 side tables which don't have drawers, but they do have candles on them.
Okay, do the candles look special in any way?
Do an Arcana check.
Okay.
I got a 20. I should have figured out what the
5.
candles.
Well, I mean, you definitely could tell that they're magical because they have runes on them. These runes are not common. A lot of people don't know about those. But if without having like identify or something, it's hard to tell what something does. Oh, you got a 5?
Mm-hmm.
They look like fancy candles.
Okay, I'm gonna ignore him then. I'm gonna walk back out of the room. I'm satisfied with this.
Because
room.
I have a priest.
What is that on? I can't tell what's in the picture right now.
He's just looking at his zipper.
Gwen's friend just built new computer.
Nice.
She doesn't know how to set up the BIOS.
Arya wakes up to a lack of hats. Don't worry, Arya. We were waiting for you to show up.
All right, I'll get my hat.
Here it comes.
Sorry.
No, it zoomed in on you and you look like a dead body.
You're like, I look like one of those guys from like a fist fight. He gets crumpled.
Exactly. You're just like lean back out of it.
We're now all furries.
There you go.
Oh my god.
I could have came in with a bear costume. If,
Oh my god. You gotta beat us up in
Duck.
that.
The duck. Yeah.
Quack.
The DM is it stands for Duck
Duck
Man.
Master.
No, Duck Man.
I like Duck Master.
Duck Master.
Looks like I have like a duck shawl going around.
You really do. It's like a duck version of like the Assassin's Creed hood.
It's a reskin, yeah. I didn't want to go with the same hat as last time, so I hope you enjoy this one.
She said yas.
A leap of feathers.
A leap of feathers, yeah. The war ducks sing.
Quack.
Yeah, they do.
All right, so where are you guys going next?
Well, obviously hell.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you were
That's
looking
when
at the
we
candles, right?
Yeah, but I don't notice
Not
anything
me.
special about them, so I'm
No, yeah.
done with this
I
one.
have twins.
They look
You're in
fancy.
hell already.
I'm like Siamese.
I mean, I know from I can't metagame, but yeah, to me they just look like fancy candles.
I was just going to ask if we could, because is it getting darker as we go throughout this house?
No.
No. All right, never mind.
I'm gonna have my own. I have a priest pack that comes with candles.
Mm-hmm.
Between the circle that I made around Tim's with them, I'm gonna add more candles, and I'll be praying like I said. I hope my comrade gets better, like the best way he could pray.
Oh my god.
Let's say one of your own candles lights up.
Can I put my sacred flame to the candle?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you could light up a bunch that way. When you light up the candles, though, that would you light up the ones that aren't yours?
Yeah, with my sacred flame.
Okay. The flame of the candle is the same color as whatever the candle is,
Yeah.
and it creates like a 15-foot sphere of where everything in that area is that color. So like
But it's multiple colors though.
Right, so like you got like the brown candle here, and everything around it in 15 feet radius is brown, and then you got like the blue candle here, and everything in there is blue, and when they intersect, it kind of becomes
Like a rainbow.
well, it becomes like a combination of the two colors.
Yeah. But then since my magic is kind of like a holy white magic, like a phosphorus.
So your color, your candles are your regular sacred flame color, but all these magic candles that you lit are whatever color they are.
Okay.
Interesting.
I said, Bandit Doc, are you feeling colorful now, son?
He's lying in a circle of candles.
I don't want you to be green.
Yeah, he is like
Wait, is there a green candle?
yes.
I.
Okay.
His skin is already like a greenish tan.
He's an orc.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Do a wisdom check to get the candle out.
What'd you get?
That's a 1.
It's a 5. That's a 9.
Oh. What?
It's a 5. Trust me.
Jesus. Yeah, it's a
No,
5.
it's Phoebus.
It's a 9, sir. Yeah, it's Phoebus.
What do you mean a 9? Oh,
You
got
got
it.
a 9?
I had 4 to it. Yeah, it's a 9.
So you go to flick out the flame and it stays on.
Okay. Oh well. I tried.
And you felt like a resistance to your holiness.
Like a bad?
Not bad, just resistance.
Okay.
So, sorry, what were you guys doing up here?
I finished with that room. I was gonna go look at the next room.
Okay. The next room over here is also a bedroom, And over in this corner here, you have a bunk bed. So you got 2 beds there, and then you got 2 cupboards right there, and there is a couple kind of like wooden toys.
Okay.
Oh, and when you walk into the room, Radigan, you notice that somewhere is back here. You notice the corner of your eye. You see a cat kind of came out of this room and kind of ran down this way.
Oh.
Radigan ran good. There was Hades.
Hmm?
Hades, there was a cat that ran down that way.
Oh, it's an abandoned building. I'm sure cats love those.
Did it look like an abandoned cat?
It looked. I mean,
Don't you mean like
it
a
didn't.
stray?
Yeah, like well, abandoned is
Feral?
Like, did it look like it was like dirty, nasty? Did it look rather clean?
It didn't look very dirty, but it didn't look really clean either. But it definitely did not look famished.
Okay.
So it's been eating well at least. Okay.
People.
Just
I'm gonna-
a nice tappy cat just running down.
I'm gonna probably go into the room it came from then, and I'll leave Hades to check out this room.
Yeah.
Okay, so Velda will stay with you, and you go over here. Now, what are you doing in that room?
I'm gonna see what there is in here. There's wooden toys. What are they?
So there's like one toy that looks like a clown,
Okay.
and it's about like this big, and
Okay.
it's just kind of sitting in the corner. Hasn't been touched in a while.
I look at it and I go, "There's a funny man."
Here's a cool sock fact. Do not touch that clown.
Hades looks at you and goes, "What does that have to do with being a sock?"
Just a sock fact. Common sense.
Socks and clowns are mortal enemies.
He's just gonna look at the clown statue, like, but he's a funny man.
That's deception. He's a clown. So he knows in his head that he's gonna get you because he looks innocent because he's a clown, right? But listen, it was a
He
mind
looks
game
very
for him,
suspiciously at the statue, and then
But not everything's animate, though. I think it's just a toy.
Well, listen, anything can be animated in this world. Clearly, I mean, listen, I could be a parasite in your head right now.
he just looks at the sock concernedly after that statement, and then just shrugs. And what other wooden toys are there?
Well, there's some wooden blocks,
Okay.
and it looked like it used to be built into some sort of tower, but most of it has fallen over.
Hades is going to gently tap that with his foot and probably knock it over.
Cool. They make a pleasing wooden clanking sound on the floor.
He goes, and then he just like walks over to the cabinet
And do a perception or investigation check.
on the cabinet to look through it.
No, before rolling the
Oh,
blocks.
oh boy. That is 7.
Or investigation or perception.
Oh well, perception would make it 7. Investigation would make it 6.
All right, no, you don't notice anything. So
Okay.
you go on to the cabinets, and it's a lot of fancier, like 10-year-old boy clothes.
Okay. So there was like a family here going on kind of thing.
Yep.
All right. I'm just gonna walk back out,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go see what Radigan's doing.
Cool. So Radigan, you've stumbled upon the master bedroom.
Dibs.
So there is a bath over here. Oh wait, I gotta make this.
Larger.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna like that. I'm getting hot in this thing.
Duck man,
It's funny because half the time you've been off camera with it.
the duck master.
If you want to, we could switch off.
You want to wear it?
He is the sock.
All right. Well, give me a little bit longer.
It's like a hat sock.
Maybe
really,
after intermission.
right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Isn't that
intermission.
kind of like a hat
you wear
sock?
the duck mask after intermission.
A head sock.
I wear the parasitic.
It's from when Zach was a baby, apparently.
Yeah, I wore this when I was really little, and I threw a temper tantrum because I was uncomfortable and I did not want to wear it. My mom made me wear it anyways for Halloween. I was crying as I was walking out of the house wearing this.
Maybe it's because it was hot. Maybe you're just overheated.
That, and also I just like I like wearing short sleeves and short.
And this was like
and
a
shorts.
full duck suit.
It's a full duck suit. I don't like being covered in more layers of clothes.
Gotcha.
I like freedom of movement.
You're like that guy who wears shorts when it was 10 degrees out.
He is.
I do.
He does.
So, yeah, you're in the master bedroom, and there is a huge bed, with the drapes going around like usual, and there's a big cupboard over here, and there's you can kind of see a little bit into a bathroom over there, and then these doors over here are closed.
But there is doors out of that room. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a portrait of a ship on a stormy sea. Right above the bed.
Okay. Could I investigate the portrait?
Yeah, go ahead.
Does it look like it's from Minecraft?
Sure.
Minecraft.
9.
9.
If it was a duck, it would be Minecraft.
You think you see like a tentacle sticking out of the water in the painting?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I say we have Cthulhu up in here.
It's not attacking the ship though. The ship is just kind of like swaying in the
storm.
The storm.
Okay. And could I like look around the bed that's draped up? I'm assuming like are the drapes pulled closed on it?
Yes.
Can I pull them back and?
So the bed is unmade. Like people got out of it quickly. And there is there's no dust though. It's all clean sheets. They've just been sitting like that for a while.
Okay. Interesting. Is there an underneath the bed?
Yes.
Can I look underneath the bed?
Yeah. It's darker. Feels uncomfortable. It's it's a little bit too dark for being just under a bed.
Oh, okay.
It's Tim Burton.
As I peek underneath there and it's advanced darkness, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, this."
Yeah, I'm like just walking
That's
in.
SpongeBob quote, advanced darkness.
It is. It is a SpongeBob.
I can't understand
your
accent.
All right.
Classic.
So I'm gonna.
I'm gonna have
always
Tim
freaked
look
me out as a
underneath
kid.
it now.
It was a weird accent.
Yeah, that made
Hey,
me
just,
scared
hey,
to
just-
like go out into the world.
Hey, just can you look underneath that bed?
I look under the bed. What do I see?
It's same lighting as the rest of the room.
I look at him like there's some wooden floorboards.
I look back underneath.
It looks a little bit darker than last time you looked at it.
Produce flame, Shane. You know you have the spell.
I don't want to burn down.
It's protecting you guys from the storm right now.
Burning down the house.
I don't know.
Can I just not
You
add
know what?
anything,
Oh.
but just like
Love Led
up?
Zeppelin.
Can I just produce
Such a
flame
good
up
band.
next to me to see if it illuminates the area
That's
at all?
talking heads.
We know.
Sure.
Anyway.
So, what's the range on the illumination for produce flame?
I'd probably like 5 feet. That's probably it.
Well, let's say it's one. Let's say it's 1 foot
Match my set.
radiating
go.
under the bed, so then 5 feet radiating outside of the bed.
Yeah. You want me to look
I've
it up?
heard to be
No,
together.
no,
as I'm
I'll just
trying
say
to
that's
heal
what it
your
is.
mental
Oh, okay.
So
problems.
it's doing 5 feet
I'll say
normal
it, dude.
radius outside of the bed, but it only goes 1 foot under the bed, even though you're holding it in range where it could go further.
Where it should go
Yeah.
further? Okay. That's kind of weird. Do I see anything?
Well, I mean, beyond the
one
light,
foot?
it's just
No, we do have to
it
talk
seems to
about
be
it.
getting a little bit darker.
They're doing the thing.
But maybe it's your eyes adjusting to the fact that you have a bright light right next to you.
It could be.
What were you saying, Aaron?
Clearly, clearly he's delusional. I mean, listen, I don't know, you're talking to the talking sock here, but I don't know.
The talking sock is like half off the screen. Don't it's literally cuddle Shane. That's all you gotta do. You gotta be like, yeah.
I'll scream.
We'll scream.
We'll say a swear word.
Oh, okay. It does a bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet, so 20 feet of light.
So it's even more obvious because it only goes 1 foot under the bed.
Okay. Can I go underneath the bed with it and see if I can see anything, like reaching into the darkness a little bit?
Yes, you're crawling underneath, and you start to feel like that rumbling in your ears, like when you like you know how some people like can like make their ears rumble, like you hear like the blood or whatever.
What? I can do it.
Yeah.
Are you doing it right now? Because
Yeah,
we
I can
can't.
do it.
It doesn't. You don't look any different when you do it. That
I
way.
can promise you I'm doing it
I
right
know
now.
what he's
But-
talking about.
Some people can make rumbling in their ears without doing anything.
Yeah, moving my jaw.
Oh yeah.
Wait, now I had. Now I
It's
feel
like
I got pressure problems.
It's like you're starting a yawn, but then you don't open your
Oh,
mouth
that's better.
with your ears.
Yeah, but he feels
I
that when
hate
he
you
goes
for
under the
letting
bed.
me.
Yeah, you start to feel that as you're crawling under the bed.
That's kind of weird.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe you're just leaning down in a weird position.
Maybe.
I said
Well, I'm
my
like prone at
bad.
this point, so I'm
Yes.
like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna have Hadis hold onto my legs just in case.
Do you say that? You're
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna be like, Hadis, hold my legs. And
I'm gonna like very cautiously look like confused, like, okay.
No, I start crawling underneath. Just in case.
So, I mean, the bed is long, but it's not that long. So, like, after crawling for just a little bit,
Hey, it's under the bed.
yeah.
It's all black.
Eventually, you get to a point where you can't really see much because it's just dark, and
It looks like this.
it feels
Spooky.
like maybe a little bit colder, but you don't feel anything like that. Still feels like you're on floorboards.
Can I reach around and see if anything?
Yeah, you hit the wall.
Give it
where
the
the
reach
bed
around.
is.
Okay.
Don't break your cable.
All right. I'm gonna start making my way back out.
All right. It gets lighter and the rumbling goes away, and you're outside of the bed again. Do another perception check.
13.
Something look different in the room? You don't know. This feels weird.
Hadis is still there though. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you hear Yvelda looking into the bathroom. She goes, "Oh my god!"
I'm gonna run over.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over there too.
So you go over to the bathroom. Very nice sink, ornate sink. You know, like one of those like bowls on top of the thing with the faucet, like a golden faucet, and kind of like a chamber pot thing, but it's a really nice chamber pot area. And then over in the corner, there is a bag of holding with a trail of blood going to it.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh, oh. And we right away know it's a bag of holding too.
Well, yeah, it looks.
They are pretty distinct. Now
They're-
they
Because
look.
it has like the magical stitching to it. You know, it's not like, like bags of holding always have the same type of design. Because like it's part of like the process
magic.
of making the magic for it.
Yeah, it was this.
Noise.
Now, didn't Layla say something along the lines of a bag of holding being involved with the disappearance of her friend?
She and her friend got sucked into a bag of holding that the proprietor made.
Yeah.
Um,
Food for thought.
would I?
Or for the bag of holding, we don't know.
Would I by any chance know what happens if I turn a bag of holding inside out? In character.
Well,
would
have
I
you
know?
ever had one?
I don't believe so. No.
Do do an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Don't check with disadvantage.
End of the world, my friend. End of the world.
All right. So 14 and 11.
11. You don't really know, but you've never heard of anyone saying not to do that, but you don't know what it does.
Okay. Could I just like open it and see if there's anything inside it that I see?
There was
I'm not-
blood going into that, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna go.
So you look into it.
I'm not like going into it with my face, but I'm like,
So you just look into it.
yeah.
It is completely black in there. You can't see anything inside of it.
I reclose it. Hadis,
Yeah?
what do Is there like blood dripping off of it? Is there like the
No.
edge? No.
No.
There was
It
a
is,
trail
Well,
of
wait,
blood
wait,
going to it, though.
Wait, I mean, all the blood is dried and old, and there maybe is like a couple blood splats on the bag of holding itself.
Yeah, because it led into it.
Yeah,
Blood,
but
yeah.
most of the blood is on the floor leading up to it.
Aegis, what do I? Wait, I can't see into it, Aegis. What? Should I just take it to? Should I take it to Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we should mess with this thing. We should have to let someone who knows magic figure it out.
And I'm gonna put it like.
Actually, wait.
What do you mean, someone who knows magic?
I know magic. Hold on. Let me.
If you have identify, I'm going home.
I don't. I have detect magic though, so I'm gonna cast detect magic on it.
Okay.
Hades is dumb. Okay,
He's vomiting right now on himself.
You get conjuration magic from it.
That's not normal for a bag of holding, correct?
Do an Arcana check.
Oh boy. 12
What's your intelligence?
Yeah, you think that's normal?
minus 1. Okay, I'm like, well, it seems to be a normal bag of holding, or maybe. I think we should have someone look at this, though.
Also, was it a history check or was it just a?
I had him do an Arcana.
Oh, for me though.
Oh, for you is basic intelligence.
Basic knowledge.
Because you have less experience
With magic.
Yeah.
What if you dipped the sock?
The sock didn't say that.
Yo, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, okay.
Did you say that as a sock?
The sock says that?
Yeah. I could check in there for you.
I'll put the sock in without a hesitation.
Yeah, we just put the sock.
Yeah. So I'd say since you're a sock, so you have
It's a bloody bag of holding, but you know.
so you since you're a sock, you have blind sight.
You can see through darkness.
Yeah, but it's blind sight out to 10 feet.
Okay.
And it's just an empty expanse.
There's nothing there, or you're just in nothingness.
And it's an average temperature, not hot or cold. No noise no noise at all. And you're just kind of sitting in there.
This is nice. I like this.
Can I hear him? I have it open still.
No, you can't hear him in there.
Okay, I'm gonna reach in. Can I get him out?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll
you
pull
pull him out straight away, and you just feel like a magical tug out of nowheres, and then whoop, right out.
Oh,
Was
Oh,
there
it's
anything in
amazing.
there?
oh, yeah. There's nothing. No, I didn't see anything.
All right.
Do you have like two little strands? Of, like,
Yeah,
of
two little
cloth?
strands are called like there's nothing. There's nothing. They're like fingers.
You have like two tiny little thread arms.
Yeah. Well, couldn't see any bodies or anything ominous like a disembodied head or anything related to blood. But
I'm gonna reach into the bag of holding without the sock and see if I can pull anything else out.
Okay. You don't manage to pull anything out at all.
Okay, I pull my arm back out and I'm like, well, there's nothing in there, so I don't know what the blood's about. And I put it back.
I'm just gonna reattach it to my hip and prepare to eventually bring it to Henry James McLaughlin.
Okay.
And I guess
Alright, see ya.
I'm gonna search the rest of the bathroom to see if there's any other things that we should be aware of.
Shane, Aaron slamming the door was louder than you talking.
I'm sorry. I'm going to search the bathroom for any other interesting tidbits or little things that are out of the ordinary.
Okay. There's dried poop in the chamber pot, but it doesn't smell anymore because it's old. Just don't speak of which. And there is spare soap under the sink.
I take the soap.
Okay, cool. And there is a rack with some towels on it. but pretty empty as far as bathrooms go. There is a window going outside, though, and you can see the torrential rain coming down, and even though it's hitting the window, you don't hear anything.
Okay. That's interesting. Can I attempt to open the window?
Yeah. It opens easily. None of the rain comes in, though, even though it's open.
That's weird. Can I stick my arm out the window?
Yeah, and your arm gets wet. You pull it back in, your arm is still wet, but the rain is not coming through.
Hmm.
And I look at Hades, and I'm like,
He just was watching and he's just
yeah, we're just staring at each other right now, like,
It's like Monster House.
This is, Yvelda says, this is very odd. I'm really confused as to what the trail of blood is, because the bag of holding doesn't have anything.
Hades
There's
is,
random magic around this place.
Hades is going to walk out of the bathroom and go into whatever those doors are over there.
Okay. So,
doors over where?
right here?
Other side of the bedroom.
Yeah.
I just can't see
it's
it.
like it's
Yeah, the mic's in the way.
yeah. There's like to the right of the bed there are two double doors going to this room here, and you see that it's a very long room going down all the way to the end of the house, and there is a long window going most of the length of the room.
Oh, there's a window like in the room barring me from entering?
No, on the side because you're right
Oh,
over
it's like
here
a long
doors.
room and it's like along the wall.
Yeah, the window is along this wall right here, facing out to the rest. Like outside.
That's real weird.
And there's tons of easels with paintings on them.
Oh, it's like a painting class area. Okay.
And you see, like, there's ones over here, like, oh, this one is, like, of flowers, and this one is of, just a random person. And as you walk along, they start to get a little bit more unfinished. And then when you get towards the end, some of them kind of seem a little off.
Like how so?
Well, like, one of them just kind of has, like, an open casket.
Okay, so they're getting more grim as paintings.
And the very last one just kind of it has like a black, like just like a bunch of black scribbled on it.
And there's no image.
And
Just
yeah, it's just kind of black. And then
Just
then they
black
wrote
paint,
next to the
okay.
scribble, it was here.
What was here?
Okay. Hades just looks around and goes like, I don't like this place.
Do these paintings look similar to the one up on the wall? Like same, like are some of them the same type of
painter
style?
or something?
Yeah, you think it's probably the same painter that did the one that's hanging up on the wall.
Okay.
And there's lots of painting equipment around, different colors and whatnot.
And you said, hang on, let me just double check something so I'm not dumb. You said there was rumbling underneath the bed, right?
Yes.
And was it closer to, as I got closer to the wall, the rumbling got louder?
Yeah. Well, as you went more under the bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the painting is right above the bed? Or no?
Well, the painting of the ship was right above the bed. Yeah.
I have an idea, but I don't think Hades is smart enough, so you're gonna have to figure this one
Doesn't
out.
suck. Doug sucks
Can
the
I-
same way.
Can I go back to the painting above the bed real quick and like move it around and see if there's anything behind it?
Okay. As you go up to move it, you notice that the tentacle is not in the water anymore.
Oh, so the painting changed?
Say it.
In character too, Radigan Rancorn goes,
Hades goes, what? What's going on?
the painting changed.
Hades just goes, he like looks scared, but then he puts his horn to his mouth and just goes, "Burp." But he looks terrified.
Can I like pull the painting away from the wall real quick?
Yeah, it's a clean wall underneath, except that someone wrote it.
It was here, was on the other painting.
The tentacle, whatever the tentacle is, might be it.
That's what I'm thinking, but Hades doesn't get it. He just goes,
He doesn't get it.
I'm gonna say that
Yeah.
out loud to you, Radigan Rancorn. There was a tentacle in the painting. Maybe it is whatever has the tentacle.
I don't get it.
Can I Can I look at the picture again? Is it tentacle back?
No, it's not back.
Put it back on the wall.
No more splitting up.
Well, we should go back to the main lobby then. There's some people downstairs.
I think we should go continue through the rooms to find more information, but we should go back soon, yes.
Hades is just gonna like play like a really like an alarm like you ever heard like those like horns they play in like medieval movies when a town's under attack?
Yeah, it's like... burp, burp, burp,
He starts doing that and he runs back down. He's really fast too. Runs back down the stairs.
You're
doing
leaving
that.
your wife?
He drags her along.
Okay.
He's like, whoa!
Sprints at full sprint, playing that.
I am not nearly as fast as Hades, so I'm just gonna, for the first time in this campaign, draw my bow out instead of my gun.
Oh,
I
okay.
think you had one.
I actually, funnily enough, sir, have a bow, a crossbow, and a gun.
Okay.
He
I
has
literally-
used his bow at least once.
I have literally tried my best not to have to carry a melee weapon. I took gunner, so I have no disadvantage within 5 feet.
You also have an acid pistol.
I also have an acid pistol that I forgot about, so I
You
have
also
4.
an axe.
You got more, but you don't have those acid vials that you bought in Hell.
Hell. No, they're back in
No.
the Hell version.
I'd have to bother. I have to bother Degdadoc to get one. However,
He's making
I don't
his own
even-
acid right now.
I don't even know you have them. I'm pretty sure.
Do a strength check, by the way.
Me?
Yeah, Hades.
Oh, to drag Yvelda.
No.
Oh boy.
That's pretty good.
16.
As you run out of the master bedroom, like you hit the door on the way out and you knock it off its hinges.
Okay.
As you're
I mean,
just
I'm
like-
pretty fast.
Yeah, you're just like da da da. You know, like you're like
Super Hades!
I love
the
being
Kool-Aid man.
like,
Yeah,
a
Kool-Aid
chaotic
man, that's
neutral
exactly
idiot.
You just Fred Flintstone
Did the door close
Yeah,
on him and
yeah,
you just
dude.
powered through it, or was it just
No,
not?
it was just kind of like
It was half open, and
yeah.
I just knocked it off the hinge.
It slammed all the way open, hitting the wall, and then it came off the hinges.
You are it.
No, I'm gonna run down the stairs with Yvelda and then go to the rest and go, this place isn't safe. To the rest of the party.
I don't know. It's nice. It's nice for knitting.
Aaron, can you drag this figure?
Yeah, the 3 that are upstairs,
No.
bring them to the bottom of the stairs.
I'm not going downstairs. I was staying up
Oh, you're
here.
staying up? Okay.
You're
okay,
staying
then.
like on the
which-
at the railing.
Okay, so just the 2 orange
I was
people.
probably gonna stand guard at the.
Just bring it here.
Bottom of the
Down
stairs,
the
yeah.
rest of them.
Like,
Yeah.
if I had to pick a spot, I would want to be in that corner.
Where the door fell.
Like, yeah, where the door fell, like against that corner.
Okay.
Like,
So I mean, you can't go all the way in the corner unless you want to move the door.
like here?
Because it kind of fell off the hinges, but then it's leaning against the wall. Or
No,
you could
like,
just be, or
he
you could be
means like
standing
there,
in front
I
of the door.
think.
yeah, I'll just like stand.
right, right.
Well, not that corner, the outside corner in the hallway.
Oh, in the hallway.
Oh.
Zach, how much time has gone
Is that
by
possible?
since
Yeah.
entering the house and exploring it?
I would say that it's been. I would say 7 minutes.
Okay.
Of course you would say 7. If Hades is coming down, blasting his horn, saying that there's an emergency, the doc is going to get up. He's gonna like kind of roll over and like look up, like, huh?
Hades is gonna say, we found a bloody bag of holding. There was a painting that changed. He saw it. Oh, where's Radigan? He's upstairs.
I say you left a
We
man
saw-
behind.
I thought he was behind me.
You can see a little bit of his head sticking up.
Yeah,
I say,
I'm up on the
Radigan, are you
balcony.
okay, son?
Probably don't hear this, do I?
No, you can hear
Yeah,
it because
it's-
you're
you're on
on the
a balcony.
railing and they're just right down the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man, good.
Yes! Now you will let us know if anything sketchy is going on, right?
There's some weird shit.
Some weird sketches.
I throw the. Can I throw the bag of holding that distance?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
I throw the bag of holding into the general direction of.
He just points and goes, "That there was blood going into that, but there was nothing in it."
Just for confirmation,
With my spell up, I'm gonna go approach the bag of holding.
And the sock was about to speak.
Okay.
Sorry,
And what was the
sock.
sock saying?
as if you rudely cut me off, which is quite rude in sock culture, which you don't know of. Yeah, I checked inside. No bodies, no blood, clean as a whistle.
So I forget. So what does protection from evil and good do again?
Aberrations, celestials, fiends.
What does it do to them?
Alright, so I gain several benefits. The creature of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
Okay.
The target can't charm, frighten, or possess me.
Okay.
If the target is already charmed, frightened, possessed, I have advantage on the saving throw against it.
Okay. Cool. Now it's not detect though, so you don't get anything from it, but
Yep.
For protection.
you could potentially be protected from it.
That's as like a old fashioned sticking my hand in there.
Okay. You don't pull anything out, but when you do put your hand in there, it does feel like maybe there's a little bit of rumbliness.
I don't like that. I get my anti-fey mace and I just go.
Okay. Now, since this is a bag, it has resistance to bludgeoning damage.
Literally, my man is like.
Yeah.
Okay, I get my morning star out, saying that I don't have.
That has spikes on it, right?
It's piercing.
It's piercing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that I've heard him slap against it with something against the ground, can I peer over the balcony and be like,
I said I don't.
"What
like
are
this,
you doing?"
I don't like this bag.
But see, you're pretty well versed in magic.
Yeah.
Do an Arcana or History check.
I think I am proficient in history. Yes, I am.
Are we doing what's called a pro gamer move?
+5, my dude. 12?
So on the one hand, maybe this is not a good thing, so you might want to destroy it. But on the other hand,
I want to destroy it. I'm tired.
on the other hand, bags of holding, if you mishandle them, there could be consequences.
Speaking of consequences, are we gonna take an intermission soon?
Yeah.
I would like to because I need
So-
to take a consequence over there.
Okay. Last thing I want to do is take the bag of holding and just throw it outside to the storm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you open the door and then and you throw it out and it just starts getting wet and it's just sitting in at the base of the steps leading up to the front door.
I want to give a good throw, like a.
Like out, like away.
I guess I'm gonna go pick
I'm
it
gonna do a
back up.
strength check.
do a strength check.
There's a lot of chaotic characters in this campaign.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay, so 14 times your strength. No.
What?
I was trying to come up with a distance for you.
There probably is like a.
What's your strength modifier?
It's +2, sir.
So okay, so that would be 28 feet. I'm gonna say you can throw it 60, 70 feet.
I'll throw it 60 feet.
Okay, cool. Throw it a little
60
bit shorter.
feet.
All right. Yeah, so you get it a little bit good distance from the house, and it's just sitting there in the kind of shorter grass getting wet.
Okay. I think I've solved the problem of this house.
With a sigh, I'm going to walk
the
back
bag of holding
downstairs
is
and go eventually get the bag of holding from the rainy outside.
Maybe
Are you going back outside and getting
Yes,
it?
I'm gonna go get it.
I said, what are you doing?
I am just gonna look at look at Henry with
I said, Radigan, I got an idea. Open the bag up so it can catch the storm.
That's so out of left field.
What is your intelligence, by the way?
He's
+3.
He's a
He's the
though.
same intelligence as me.
He's
too,
just
which
yeah,
is-
but he's crazy.
I know he is.
Oh, and Aaron, what were you saying?
He's smart. He's just crazy.
I think he was just talking about John shot putting the.
Did you just throw that bag of holding out into the rain?
Yeah, it will be there when the storm's over.
Now, I'm no detective, no Sherlock Holmes here. He doesn't exist in this universe. But if I was, would that be a piece of evidence that we might need come later?
I said we should get out of the house. After, obviously our luck is that this house might attack us as a whole house.
At this point, can I be walking through this like discussion with like my head just down? Like,
I said, Radican,
He's going to get the.
yeah, I'm just going out of
Radican, I don't like that bag of holding. It was rumbling, tumbling.
But there was nothing in there.
The bed also rumbled and tumbled as I just continued.
Sounds like a Dr. Seuss thing.
The bed.
What did you do with Hades upstairs?
Go underneath the bed, and then
Now, that means something else when I'm from, sir.
I'm just gonna stare at Henry
Hades
James
just
for a minute
blinks.
and continue with my business.
I just want to explain that you in the house don't hear the rain, but you do hear his voice coming from outside. Whereas
Okay.
when you being outside, you're getting hit with rain, and it's hard to hear him because of the storm. So you go and pick up the bag of holding and bring it in.
Yes.
We have
All right.
a hurricane. Let's let the bag of holding swallow it.
That's an interesting idea.
Something Degdudoc would want to do.
Can I?
My negative.
Is it
one
wet?
intelligence.
Yeah, it's a little wet, but it's a thicker, it's a hardier leather, so it's not like, doesn't feel like it's waterlogged. It just feels like it's covered in
Okay.
water.
Okay. I was about to like squeeze it.
Bring it out, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go to intermission there, and then we can continue exploring the house after that.
Now, I have
Cool.
a proposition for an intermission video.
Right.
This man right here, his name is John.
That's me.
Yeah. He's in a band, and it's called Tax Evasion, and they're
Yeah.
performing a show tomorrow. So what if we did that video that I made for you guys? That performance that you did over the summer?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a cool idea.
Yeah, and have like a little
Yeah,
concert.
Yeah.
For intermission. It is 40 minutes long, which
Cut
is double what we usually do. We can cut it short. We can kind of play it by ear, but yeah, I just thought that'd be a cool idea.
That's a cool idea.
I mean, it can last as long as we need it to.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long we need for intermission.
All right, cool. Then in that case, yeah, everybody enjoy this this performance. This was last summer, I believe, before it started getting cold.
There you go.
And I still miss it. And it's gonna be a fun time. Let me just get everything set up.
I'm wearing a duck outfit.
Yes,
I
you
like
are.
it.
You're.
You know,
committed
Zach,
to
I
the
think
bit.
you're one big quack.
That's really
Aw,
funny. John.
thank you.
It's really funny.
Very funny.
Funny.
I think you're waterproof,
One.
too.
That's the one.
You know what, Tom? I think your family loves you.
How
I like
so?
that
there
it
might
zoomed
be
in
some
on John's
stuttering.
face.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Ew.
Is it just because you were playing the video at the same time?
No, it was doing this earlier before. See, John's fine. We were doing it earlier, and everything seemed okay after a bit. I think it just needed to
Just dies.
just cracked it on my guys. I think it might have something to do with the cable. That's why I taped it up there. Just because, like, I noticed there was a lot of weight on the cable. So hopefully it's okay now. So apologies in advance if anything gets kind of choppy there. But we're
Things are about to get choppy.
cool. Let's get back into it.
All right. So what are you guys doing? You just brought the bag of holding back inside, and you guys are standing all in the foyer.
So the bag of holding is wet, right?
Yes.
Can I like start drying it off, like on the outside?
Yeah. So it's more of a water-resistant leather, so it's sliding off pretty easily.
And can I open it up and from the outside to try to dry the inside out? Can I turn it inside out?
Talk.
Yeah. You could definitely turn it inside out.
I can turn it inside out. Alright.
You do so, and the darkness inside disappears. So, like on the outside, it's just a plain inside of a bag, and and when you look in the new inside, it's just the outside of the bag. So there's just like no extra dimensional space.
Okay. Alright. Dry the water off. If there's any in there.
Do I know that shouldn't work like that? Can I make an Arcana check or something?
Yeah, do a Arcana check. And when you open it up though, since it was out in the rain for a little bit, you get like, I don't know, like this much of water. Just
Well, I nat one, so never mind that.
yeah, you don't know if that's how they work or not, but that's
It's a
how
bag.
this one works. But yeah, so like a little bit of water came out, but it just kind of it didn't pour out when you turned it inside out. You turned it inside out, and then it just appeared and fell on the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to deck the dock, pull him aside for a second.
He's still laying on the ground, right?
No, I'm like
He
kinda,
stood up.
I'm kind of like on the ground, but I'm like kind of like this. Like I'm pushing myself up.
But I'm like gonna, take him a couple feet away from the group.
I'm gonna like kind of like crawl and then like kind of start getting up.
Like I'm taking like my chicken arm around him, like, say, son, did you have a bad dream?
I don't think it's a dream.
Oh, that's all. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with him.
So that's so you just kind of
that was it. That was the conversation.
No, I'll let him go on.
So you drag him over and you say what's wrong, like you have a bad dream, and then Doc says I don't think it was a dream.
Okay.
And
I
then
said, what was the problem, man?
Well, we were in hell again.
Yes.
Well, you weren't, but you were.
I know there's two of me out there, and I will have to face them one of these days. Correct? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if she'll have to or not.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
It was just there's a lot going on. I had to sit on my stomach a bit. I'm good now, I think.
I say this man's not right. He needs to go to the infirmary.
Oh, I need some ale.
Okay.
Is there a basement?
well, I mean, you haven't searched a lot of the house yet.
That's true. I'm gonna find him a wine cellar.
So, where are you guys gonna start walking around some more?
Yeah, but Hayes is gonna say I think we should stick together from now on.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I am after it's probably been about 8 minutes now. Right?
9.
Okay, in about a minute, I'm going to recast Protection from Good and Evil, but on Shane's character.
Oh, okay.
Because he seems to be, I noticed, a little more daring than the rest of us.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, if he gets hit first, then he'll be safe.
So,
Okay.
after, whatever you want to do within a minute, I'm waiting for it to go by, and then I'm touching Shane, giving him, the magic.
The protection.
The protection.
They got the magic in
So
me.
it's 2 spell slots. Level
The
1.
lighting on you when you did that was so dramatic.
All right. So where are you guys heading off to then? You going upstairs again? You staying downstairs?
Did we explore everything upstairs? No, there was one room. Let's go upstairs.
There was a
then.
lot more rooms. I think all those doors are rooms.
Oh yeah, let's go up then.
Okay. So all of you guys are going up. Grandma insists that she doesn't want to walk too much because of her knees.
I feel that. Real me feels that.
I'm
So-
nervous about that, but okay.
She'll just stay there on the stairs knitting. So you guys are just going back around and going to the next room in the tour.
Yeah.
Okay. This one right here is a bathroom. This one has a shower area where it just some very basic plumbing, and another chamber pot and a sink, and it's kind of a floral design in here. And there's nothing out of the ordinary in here. It just seems like a regular bathroom. More soap under the sink.
I'm gonna take the soap.
It's a weird mixture of like modern and Renaissance.
And but yeah, it's just a very standard. You got a sink and you got the chamber pot and you got shower. And
How much extra
some
soap
towels.
Is it the chamber pot of secrets?
Yes, it is. Well, you found it. Oh my gosh! 16 bars of soap from both bathrooms.
Salazar's in there.
Finally, some good.
Salazar
much
Templeton.
fucking soap.
Yes. It sounds like he's saying Ryan Seacrest.
Oh my
We
God.
can watch Hades. We can watch the burned goat smell off of him.
We can watch Hades become Ryan Seacrest.
I vote for that.
Yeah. We'll shave him.
God, please give me the power.
Does Ryan Seacrest have any facial hair?
I don't think so.
All right, so then we'll just shave Hades.
I don't think he's
completely.
really a human.
And then like we'll make his hair like the on top of his head like the same.
I
color
don't
that
want to
Ryan
picture
Seacrest
what
has.
Hades looks like without his hair.
You can make it hair forge.
You are missing some hair.
Let's see what a goat
Yeah,
looks
but
like.
like-
Right here.
Like a hairless
That's
goat
yeah.
fox man? Like, that just doesn't seem right.
I'll make it in hair forge for you.
I'll make it, but
This is a threat.
you don't got to. I can do it, but I can probably do it more accurately. Oh, thank goodness.
Actually, hairless goat's not that bad.
Can I see?
You guys go into
Yeah.
the next
If
room.
he's not just a goat, he's also mixed with a fox and a mouse.
Ah! And there's nothing. It's black.
It's pitch black. That was a battery issue, not a connection issue.
Oh, wait, no,
So that's fine. Oh,
Well, it's good that it'll come back when you replace the batteries.
It doesn't look that off.
No, you're right. You're right.
So, you guys are checking the next room, or are you hanging out in the bathroom?
I'm gonna steal a couple of the towels from this bathroom.
Alright, 2.
Yeah.
2 towels like this big.
Yeah, I just need rags.
Cool. Ragged and Rancord.
I was just.
Oh
gonna
my
say that.
god. Radican Rancor gets rags.
Alright,
You
so
guys would have liked Rick Rangrim playing Roomnaheim.
Oh, man.
you guys go over to the next room,
Yeah?
and it is another bathroom. You got a sink, and you got a chamber pot, and there is a rack with 1 rag.
No shower?
No shower in that one.
Okay.
There was no shower in this one either.
Is there any other rooms up here?
Yeah, because you got
Balcony.
the balcony goes over to here, and then you got so you got like a wall that starts like right around here, and then so you see that there is a door right here, and then
House just keeps bigger and bigger. Maybe it's a prison.
the hallway goes off that way.
It gets infinitely larger as we go through it.
You guys come around here, and you see that it goes to door right here. So you got those 2 doors there.
So is this around the same time I would touch Radican Rancor?
Yeah, I'd say it's been at least a minute.
Okay.
So you got this room and that room.
I'm going to go to the closest room to us currently.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
This is why I touch Shane.
This is a storage room.
Ooh.
It's full
Is there
of
blood in here?
alcohol?
I will do a perception or investigation because there's a lot of
I'm throwing one out there.
there's a lot
How? What?
I don't even know how that happened.
There's a lot of racks with just lots of equipment for cleaning and maintaining a house. Like more than a regular house. This is like like heavy duty stuff for like people who are like professionals in cleaning.
7.
Like servants, if they were like a wealthy family and...
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
19.
19.
7.
7. Well, you see lots of like sponge-like things and some rags and like bags.
Wait. Rags?
Rags.
Rags. Any socks?
No socks.
Okay. Just making sure this is not someone else's house.
What are you trying to do here?
Just making sure it's normal house.
trying to replace
You notice that there, with a 19, you notice that there is one rag that's hanging from a top shelf that looks a little weird underneath.
Can I approach said weird rag?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't move when you get near it.
What does it look weird to me?
It looks dark underneath.
Dark underneath?
Yeah.
God damn it. Hey, this.
Hey, this is gonna walk over.
Henry!
I said, son, what did you call for?
And then can they also see the weird darkness?
Yeah.
Point to
Okay.
it.
It's just like a dark shadow under the...
Yeah, it
Say-
looks a little too dark underneath the blanket.
Mr.
the rag.
Rancor, I gave you a spell that protects you from good and
I'm
evil.
gonna touch the thing and like not the darkness but the other side of it and
Okay.
like open it up to see if
So you pull it off and you open it up, and on the other side it's a lot of like black ink, like sludge, and some of it starts to drip off onto the floor, leaving words in the middle of it that say "her."
Well, at least we know it's female.
I'm
What? It doesn't make any more words. It, like just like the parts that say "her" dripped off and fell on the floor, and the rest of it is just remaining this black sludge.
Wait.
I am going to walk to.
We should dip the sock in the sludge.
Okay, I veto that.
I said it's your sock, so you get to make the decision, Adis.
Technically, it's Grandma's song.
Yeah,
We do
where's
have
Grandma?
I start to pull out the
Is
16
Grandma
marks.
with-
We do
Bottom
have
of the
soap.
stairs. She didn't want to come with us.
It's a good point. You do have soap.
Can I go back real quick, make an Arcana check on Grandma, and then return to the party?
Okay.
Oh,
I
this
just
So you walk down the stairs.
Oh, I
Yeah.
had detect magic going for the full length, so I would have noticed that if I walked back down to her. Was she?
No, you didn't get any magic from her when you did detect magic.
Okay, so well,
Okay.
anyway.
Okay, I'm just making sure it's
I
not
wouldn't have said
Grandma
anything
fucking
about it,
with us
but-
because it said her.
So theory, game theory, right? She doesn't remember her family. This
Yeah.
could be her family home, and she
She
just
said it
doesn't
was
remember.
familiar when
them.
she walked in, but
Yeah.
she didn't remember why.
This could just be her family home, and she doesn't remember
You're
it.
blocking the light, Aaron.
We don't know.
that's better. All right, okay.
I'm still going to Grandma. Give me a second to get my thoughts together.
Do me an Arcana check then when you get there.
Yes, sir.
So wait, the first word that we
Keep
saw
it. Non-nat 20.
was
Sure.
it.
You sure you want to keep it?
Right, with the first painting?
Non-nat
So the
20.
first word we
Yeah,
saw,
you sure?
Yeah.
was,
What
I
were
think,
all the words that we saw?
it's here or something like that. That was the first thing we
It's
saw.
here. It's
It
her.
was here
It was here. It
and
her.
it her.
Yeah, I'm not liking this. Give me a second to get my thoughts together.
Okay.
Can I go to the room with the casket painting?
Yeah, like this was this whole area over here. So you're splitting off from everyone else?
I'm gonna grab somebody to come with me. I ain't going alone.
Who?
Hadus will go with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Hades.
And Yvelda's gonna go too. Tim, are you staying in the storage or are you going with them?
It would just be me and.
You just be you.
I said.
Oh, then no, I'm going with.
Okay.
Sorry, from here it looked like I was in the same place as Chicken.
2 level.
Okay. So you come back to the art room and you take a look at the casket painting. What are you looking for exactly?
I'm looking to see if anything spicy changed in this casket.
All right, do an investigation check.
Zone of Truth.
Yeah. So Shane's thing's still up on it.
I can do constant. I can do
Six.
zone of truth
Six?
as well.
Do you want
Yeah.
Cassidy's already blown
7.
2 level?
Is
I
the
could, I haven't
casket
cast any
open
spells.
wider?
Is that
You're
okay
not
with
sure.
All right, I'm
You're
gonna
with
look
me,
at
right?
I'm gonna look
No,
at
I'm with
Hades.
them.
Oh.
Hades,
Now I'm gonna do.
did any of these paintings change?
What I've noticed.
Do an investigation check.
Okay. 'Cause I looked at him before.
Meanwhile, I'm casting Zone of Truth on Grandma.
That's
Okay.
15.
You got 15?
Yeah.
You don't think any of them have changed in here.
Okay. Yeah, no, everything looks the same to me.
All right, lastly, I'm gonna go check the painting with the tentacle again.
The tentacle still isn't there, and the boat. Well, you do a perception, do an investigation check.
Come on. 7.
7. I mean, you don't remember exactly how the boat was positioned, so you don't know if the boat changed at all.
Okay.
Is the boat smaller? You know.
All right, so this idea was a bust. Very good. All right, I was wrong, and I go right back to storage.
Okay.
Guess we're all going back to
doing-
storage.
I'm casting Zone of Truth on Grandma.
So Grandma is sitting there and she's knitting, and she goes, "Oh, hi. Do you want more
I
socks?"
said. No, I wanted to know. I cast the spell. Bam.
Oh, right. Okay. So what do I have to roll again?
Charisma saving throw, my dude.
Okay.
Unless she wants to automatically.
Unless she wants to automatically fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she got 16.
Give me 1 second. To 15.
Do you know if she resisted it, though?
He does.
Yeah, I thought so.
She resisted it.
Well, she asks, oh, "What's going on?"
I want to know, Grandma, are you messing with my party?
Oh, she willingly allows herself to be, affected by it.
Oh, okay. So I asked the question.
What is the question?
Are you messing with our party here?
No, I'm just sitting here knitting some nice sweaters.
Can I get insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
Though, technically, she has to tell the truth, but,
Oh.
because Zone of Truth works.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's so she's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt you. However, it said her, and you're the only female in a party, so we are quiet.
That's not true. There's Uvalda.
Shit. You're
Yeah.
right.
Also, maybe the sock, but we don't know.
Are you a girl sock?
Now, Grandma, I
I don't
gotta
know how
ask
that
you
works
this
to
again.
you.
Do you feel any sort of malice in this house? Because obviously our party doesn't like being here. And if you can't sense it, it's a little suspicious. Because the rest of us all said this is not right.
Well, that cat looked a little perturbed.
What cat? She didn't see
What
cat. She
cat?
was down
I
the hall.
saw a cat.
What cat?
What do you mean?
What
Well,
cat?
there was a cat up there. She points to the balcony. It ran across.
Oh, okay.
We're probably actually getting close to the cat room.
Yeah.
Wherever it ran to.
Cat room.
Okay, Grandma, if you see anything suspicious, you will yell out to the party.
Oh, okay. If I
We don't like the vibes here. It's not good.
Did not pass the vibe
It's
check.
blood.
Oh dear, blood. That's
Mhm.
hard to get out of clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, we also saw some rags in a room.
With blood.
With blood. This is the only reason why I'm suspecting you.
There
I'm
was-
making the connection between the rags and you when you in the rags.
Well,
There was
I don't-
blood
I
in
don't-
the sand. There's blood on the ground.
There's blood all around.
Blood all around.
I don't make rags with blood.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Zone of Truth, she can't be lying,
Yeah.
so.
Oh, Grandma, you come down here. Anything bad happens, you see something spooky. Maybe he said there was an octopus tentacle or something.
Oh,
you
dear.
come screaming if you see that,
I will try to run without throwing out my hip.
and we'll try to protect your sock the best we can.
Oh please, my knitting is very important.
Okay.
Keeps people warm.
Okay.
I'm an innocent grandma. Zone of Truth.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
innocent is a debatable term, so you can't really say that's a lie, even if it is a lie.
Do you mind if I just see your what are they called, knitting utensils?
Yeah, like a crochet kit or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, so she hands it to you, and it's just like there's like a bunch of yarn that's still like wound up, and she's taking a little bit of time, and there's like 2 needles that she uses to
Yeah.
knit
Do
them
I
together.
kind of roll our common check?
Yeah.
Well, she made a talking sock. Something has to be up with that.
Yeah, I just trying to. That's 18.
You feel like slight magic to it, like maybe something's up. there.
Nothing familiar to the house, though, right?
Probably not familiar to the house, but maybe like similar to the sock.
Okay,
That makes sense.
then I'm gonna leave the grandma alone now.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go back to the party,
Okay.
and I'm running at this point. Like,
So I guess you come up the stairs and you see everyone heading back to the storage room.
yeah.
So we're all going to be back in the storage
Well,
room.
are you going back to the storage room, or are you going to the room next?
The
Let's go to the storage room again.
I wanna
Smarter than Big Dog can be.
test like a theory.
A game theory.
When I
Already made
reach,
that joke.
when I I'm gonna
Sorry,
take
not
one of the
funny.
towels I have,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna touch the weird gooey part of the other towel
Hell yeah, dude.
and see if it like goes in.
That's what
Is
she
it
said.
like
Goes in what?
Yeah, like if it doesn't absorb from one towel to the other.
Oh, well, no, you can scoop it off like it's regular sludge, but it doesn't it's not like attracted from one rag to the other.
okay? I just want to make sure it wasn't like an abyss type thing
But-
with the darkness.
Well, you're as you kind of like touch it, like your fingers are close, even though it's behind the rag, and you kind of feel the rumbling in your ears again.
So something's up with that stuff.
Is there something in the corner?
Is there something in the way?
Is it what?
Is there something in the corner? Did you see something in the corner?
Did I see something in the corner?
No, probably not.
What's his passive?
Yeah,
My
what's your passive? Bleh.
My
Passive.
passive perception.
No, your
is-
passive. Bleh.
For what?
Progression.
I was gonna
What is-
say.
What's your passive chord progression?
What is it? 8 plus your
No, it's 10 plus your proficiency.
10 plus my proficiency.
No, I mean, no, sorry, 10 plus your
Wisdom
perception.
Okay, so that's 15.
15? Well, you thought maybe the corner got black for a second, but when you actually look over, it's not black.
Can I go and investigate this corner? Is there anything else in this corner?
You walk over to the corner, and it's just wood going right into a corner, and there's nothing there.
Can I kick it?
Yeah, your foot bounces off of it,
Hmm.
unless you want to kick it harder to, like, break it.
No.
Yeah.
Fun thought. Fun thought.
Fun sock fact.
Yeah. Funny sock fact. This room is full of cleaning supplies. Why not, with the many rags that we have, clean off the sludge on the wall? I don't know if there's a message behind it, like a fortune cookie.
I said that's a good idea. We have a sock to clean off the
I
wall.
have 16 bars of soap.
Holy shit! Yes.
All
Yeah,
right.
so-
16 bars of soap, and this room is full of cleaning utensils.
I'm
You don't
gonna
need to
cast
use the sock.
light on my hand. Pick
Alright.
up. Are you getting the soap out?
Yeah, I'm taking
I'm
the soap
going. I'm
out.
scrubbing. I'm scrubbing up.
We're gonna scrub everything that has the black sludge on
with
it.
the light in the soap. The
Okay.
soap and the light.
Your fortune says a semi-truck will be shoved up your nose in 5 seconds.
Mungere!
You're gonna
Oh,
take
no.
10d10 force damage.
So you're like kind of like, which area are you scrubbing? Or everywhere or what?
Anywhere
I'm
that
going
has
ham.
black sludge.
Yeah, wherever the black sludge was. Well, it was because you said it was in the
It was
corner,
on a
right?
towel.
So there was black sludge on the towel. There was darkness in the corner.
So you're scrubbing the dark
That's a nice
corner.
raincoat.
Yeah. I'm scrubbing the darkness with the soap and the light.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm scrubbing with one rag in hand and the soap.
You also have the spell on you.
Yeah, also spell on me. I'm scrubbing away the sludge on the one towel.
Okay.
I do a post-vomit burp.
Achoo!
That's not a burp.
I know.
All right. So I would say that with scrubbing the black sludge off of the towel, and where are you scrubbing it to? Onto another towel or what?
Yeah, I'd say like onto another towel just to like try to clean this one off, see if there's something else.
So as you're starting to scrub more of it off, because like some of it fell off to write her on there, but as you're trying to scrub more of it off, you feel a little bit of resistance, and the rumbling in your ears gets a little bit louder, and everything in your peripheral starts to get a little bit darker as you're rubbing the sludge off onto the other one. You continue doing it.
I'm gonna tell the party that
You have advantage in the rolls. Don't
if
forget
it's those, but I'm gonna tell you guys. God, something's weird is happening to me as I do this.
I said, soldier, keep going. Push the line.
I'm gonna have like, just in case, I'm gonna call Deg the Doc over to me, just in case some weird shit happens. Yeah, as I just keep scrubbing.
Get ready to do stun and strike on him.
It's gonna come over to your shoulder and sniff it.
Probably smells pretty good right now. I'm scrubbing
He's
apart.
cleaning things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty sad if I totally party wiped you. That would be really not epic. But that's a sock fact right there.
You said you?
Huh?
I say it's sock. You said you party wiped this?
No, I'm not evil. I'm a sock.
Can I do an insight check on the
Neutral
sock?
at least.
Yeah.
Okay, insight check on the sock. Okay, that's
You gotta-
21.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
21.
Wait, no, it's higher.
Well,
23.
Well, Aaron, you want to roll a persuasion or deception?
Deception if you're lying, and persuasion if you're just trying to tell him the
Would
truth.
you like some dice?
I wouldn't be evil.
Okay.
I don't think an article of clothing could be evil. Well, I mean, actually, if it was imbued with... I don't
You
know.
could pick one.
Well, I mean, whatever you want it to be. So just roll the die and do a +2.
+2 to persuasion or deception.
You have a nice charisma score.
You also don't
Yeah,
have to
for
tell
a
us
sock.
exactly what roll you're making, and we have to tell him what roll you're making.
Okay, so I'm making a persuasion check.
Okay, you don't have to, but you can. Okay, yeah. So roll your persuasion.
This sock has a pretty high IQ.
Pretty high
It does speak.
Yeah.
It's a talking sock.
It's a sweet talking
That's
sock.
you have to have like an intelligence of like 3 to speak. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
typically.
But he has a +2 to charisma.
It's a 6.
That's more charisma than the average person.
6.
You got 3 plus 3.
Oh, plus
no.
3.
Uh,
So it's a
Oh,
7.
sorry, I mean plus 2. So you got a 4 plus 2.
Yeah, 4 plus 2.
Oh, okay. And you got a 21.
23.
23.
23.
Yeah. So.
So 3 times.
So you did persuasion though, so you're not trying to deceive. You're being genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you feel like as much as a sock can be,
Okay.
that you can trust this sock.
This is a truthful sock.
That's a sock fact right
I
there.
got a truthful trident in the last D&D game.
That's true. He likes to read.
You now have a drunk, freshly vomited man standing over your shoulder.
Yo, honestly, nothing better.
All right. So what are you doing?
I'm continuing to scrub.
All right. So eventually you get to the point where like you take all of it off, and it kind of stays together.
On the other towel.
Yeah. So like you're scooping it off from one towel to the other, and then it just kind of goes from one towel to the next.
Oh, like
When I'm doing the light on this, what happens?
On the darkness, and you're scrubbing.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like actually do a wisdom.
Saving throw.
No, just a wisdom check.
11.
Maybe you saw something for a split second on the wall, but you couldn't. It was too fast to really tell what it was.
How
But
about the sludge stuff when I do the light on it?
there's no sludge in the corner. There was just the darkness.
Oh,
The
well,
sludge
I'm gonna,
on my towel.
He has a
I'm
towel
gonna
with sludge.
eventually go to his sludge.
So he.
I sludge,
Just
huh?
yeah, I'm just doing experiments here.
Okay. So first things first. You just got the sludge from one towel to the other.
Yeah.
The moment that it goes from one towel to the other and it kind of disconnects from the first towel, your vision goes back to normal and the rumbling goes away. And it says on that towel, you. And do a wisdom saving throw.
He's advantage.
You gotta crank
assuming
that
that
Soja
it's
boy.
one
Yeah.
of the things that you mentioned.
Yeah, if it's one of the things that you mentioned, then he gets advantage. So,
Undead is
wisdom
on that
saving
list, by the way.
right.
And Fae, and Aberrations.
7.
All right,
And Fiends.
roll again.
Not doubles, though.
Okay. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, great. So you nothing else happens. So you did everything just gets
Cool.
better.
So
But
is
you feel like your spell has taken effect in a little bit.
I said we got something wrong here. Something really wrong.
is the
Did
so the darkness is different from the sludge, right?
Yeah, they're two different things.
Right.
Did I
Darkness is just like a light
feel
effect
that
of
though?
something.
Like, did I feel something like?
Yeah, you felt like something. Yeah, you felt like maybe like a little bit of pressure in your head for a second, but then it just went away.
Like
Because
some type of presence, but I don't know what that was.
You resisted it,
Yeah.
and so you like staved it off. It's like you felt like a cramp coming on in your leg, but you caught it ahead of time and stopped it from happening.
Okay. And following that, I'm gonna be like, sorry, that's not the voice. Radigan Rangord. There's something not right here.
Can I take the dirty rag that was still affecting him if he indicates which one that was?
You talking about the new one that he put it on, or the old one that
He
it was
moved it
on?
off the old one and put it onto a new one.
And
He
the
cleaned
old-
it off.
The old one now
process-
says you.
Okay. The old one says you.
The
No,
old
the new one
The
says
old one
you.
has nothing left on it anymore. It's just a rag.
Okay.
It did
And the
say
new
you,
one
though,
it
right?
says no. The new one says
on the
you.
new one where
It's-
the sludge went onto.
It says you.
It says you in
Right.
the middle.
Can I take the new rag
Yes.
and I want to light a torch? Well,
Okay.
actually, no. I want to take an unlit torch and I want to take that rag and wrap it around the top of the torch. And
Okay.
then use my tinderbox to light it, so I'm burning the rag on top of the torch.
So the flames burn black.
Oh,
I'm gonna
That's
ready
concerning.
sacred flame on that torch.
Hey, Tim, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Good thing you have
What were you saying, John? Because I got a 4.
take 3d12 of necrotic damage.
13 psychic damage.
Okay. Gotcha.
And and you kind of hear like this high pitched noise start to happen, like, and then the moment that it like gets to the height of its sound, the flame goes out, and there's like a force of energy that pulses out.
I'm going to radiant flame that energy if I can.
Well, it's like in a split second, so
okay.
You gotta everyone nearby needs to make dexterity saving throws.
He has advantage.
Including me.
Yeah, you're holding.
Do
it.
I?
Yes, you do. Good thing it's a straight roll, boys.
18.
18, bro.
Nice.
18.
8.
8.
13.
Okay, so only Tim. I mean, you're the closest.
Yeah.
You get knocked prone from this thing as it shoots this energy out. So you fall over with the torch, and the flames are now out.
Okay.
I'm gonna radiant flame that again.
Okay, so what is that?
Holy flame.
Holy flame, radiant.
Sacred flame.
Sacred flame. Sorry.
Oh, sacred flame.
Yeah.
Okay. And that deals damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does it have to do a saving throw, or do you?
Does a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so I mean, it would have a disadvantage since it's an object.
There are some tricky articles of clothing happening today.
12. All right, so you deal the damage.
Is it like writhing out of the way?
Yes.
No.
8.
How is it making a dex saving throw if it's stationary?
Because it
That's why I had
seems to be
advantage.
kind of magical.
So it is.
Also,
like
John, does your
No,
Sacred
it's not moving.
Flame cantrip do an extra die now since we're level?
I'm not level.
You're not
5.
level 5.
No, so I'm like 1,000 off.
So how much damage?
8. Radiant damage.
Yeah. So you completely crack the torch, and it bursts into like a lot of splinters, and the rag rips up, and there is no more black sludge on the pieces of the rag.
I said we gotta clean this whole house and get this sludge out of here.
So that was the only sludge it seems in the storage room as far as you checked. And there was the darkness in the corner that you saw.
But no longer there.
Yeah, like once like Radigan looked at it more, it kind of went away for the most part. And you tried scrubbing there, and you thought you saw something for a split second, but you weren't sure what it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Could I do one last like inspection of this room, like looking around, making sure there's nothing out of the ordinary anywhere else?
Go ahead.
Do you want to make a perception?
Yeah, you already looked before. So I would say, just checking one more check, you think that you've covered everything.
The doc is just laying on the ground, holding his head.
Yeah, can I help Doc up real quick? Extend my hand out to
I
you.
just know the exact like demo voice.
Doc. I extend my hand out to you to.
I'm gonna like go and then take it.
Maybe there's a wine cellar.
Oh, I would like that. Oh, my head. What was that? Oh,
I have no idea what the fuck that
black
was.
fire.
I said I think it was sludge.
It was black fire.
Sludge from far realm. Far realm sludge is different than face sludge.
Far realm. We're in a far realm. Far away from hell.
I
far
have
away
no
from
idea
home.
where we are.
Somewhere far away. But we shouldn't be.
Apparently there's two of me far away.
Yes, we know.
Hades is gonna say, perhaps we should check the rest of the house?
Yeah, the next room sounds
Next
like
room.
Or we stop checking
next room.
places and we just wait in the foyer for the hurricane to stop.
Who said that?
Who says that?
Yavelda.
Oh, I forgot you were here. We should probably... You're the new old Eva.
Yavelda. I said, Yavelda, do you know anything about this house?
No, I mean, Mutamurus changes all the time. So last time I was in this area of the world, it wasn't like this. So I have no idea what this house is.
We keep exploring. And I start wandering off to the next room.
It's best to know what kind of
He just
stuff
looks at
we're
you
dealing
and
with.
he's just like, I think so.
Okay. I'm just making sure, Hades, because it said her.
There's only 2 herders.
Nah, Zone of Truth grammar.
There's only
Unless
two
grammar's some eldritch god.
No, it also said you.
It did say
It
me.
did say you.
And there was a weird thing that happened, yes.
Yeah.
Are you a woman?
No.
I said,
I am woman, hear me roar.
Have you checked?
Would you
Still
like
mad?
to come to the bathroom with me?
I'm not saying I want to check.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I need a second witness. Yeah.
Why do you need a second witness?
You can't just take my word for it. It did say you. It did just say you, so I would need a second witness.
I said, be a man right now and pull it down in front of the whole crew.
Here's a cool sock fact. Let's not do this.
I said, during the war, we had to check our soldiers for, infections. And have the soap, too, in case we all have an infection.
Do you promise that first bottle of wine you see, you give it to me?
Yes.
Then yes, I will help you.
All right, we're gonna dip to the bathroom and go do this.
Yo,
The
they're
GM's not here right now. So.
I know. We're gonna wait.
they're playing school nurse over here.
Playing doctor.
Penis inspection.
Penis inspection day, yeah.
You have failed the
I love that. I love that story so much.
What, the
You
penis
ne-
inspection day?
You know about that?
Yeah.
You take one psychic
Yo,
damage.
didn't they convince Aaron
Yeah.
that there was an
And
action?
then when I
Not this era.
other Aaron,
Did you guys die while I was gone?
Weeb Aaron.
No, I'm checking his penis.
Oh, okay, great. You can
Penis
do an
inspection
investigation
day.
check,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you can do a performance check.
Dear God.
Oh, you guys are actually...
Yes.
They went off
I
into another room to make sure he's
rolled
still a man.
A 18.
Apparently.
I rolled a non-natural 20.
Okay.
So you're really impressed with what you see,
Yes.
first of all,
Yeah.
because that was a good performance there.
okay.
I said your wife was one happy woman.
You're not seeing it. I'm the one who's noticing.
Alright, turn your head and cough.
Yeah, I'll do like
Wait, why are you coughing?
He's trying to
I'm
lift the
telling
ball
him
off.
how to do it.
Okay. Like, you're so dumb you thought that's how it's done.
Yeah. I'm demonstrating for him.
And so,
Dominic.
first of all,
Oh,
you're
no.
very impressed with what you see, but also you are absolutely sure he is a male.
Okay.
Is it settled now?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Without a doubt, you are a man. There is no doubt in my mind.
This
nor
took-
should there be any doubt in anybody else's
I
mind.
said,
This took
in my-
probably 5 minutes to take my pants off because it takes me 10 minutes to don or doff my whole armor. So
in my people, just having a big old gobbler is the best way to check.
When we exit the restroom, I'm just going to announce to the party, he is massive.
Hayden is
said-
just going to shrug and say, "Are we going to go back to investigating the
I
house?"
said Radican Rare
This was important. We had to make sure he was a man.
I'm like
Radical.
5'8" to 10 too. Like I'm like medium height too. So it's funny that you just get.
I said Radical Rancor. I thought you said you were a gunslinger, not an artillerist.
God. Alright.
Packing the cannon.
Radigan Rancourt is shaking his head at this point and just going, "Can we explore the next room, please?"
Alright, let's explore.
You
And,
asked me to be there.
And Yvelda, if you let her, was holding your hand while they were waiting.
Protection. Good
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys...
So he's protected against his own good penis.
Yeah.
You might have to cast that again on me, honest to God, because if it took me 5 minutes to don or doff my pants.
Oh
As the
no.
valiant team goes into the next room after the penis inspection.
Penis inspection day.
No, it was half your armor.
True.
Just your pants.
So it only took
Yeah,
half
so
the
five
amount
Yeah,
of
it took
time.
5 minutes.
on.
Took you
So
five-
that's 10
So he
minutes.
spiced
10
this
minutes.
for like 4 minutes.
How long does it last?
It takes 5.
It took 5 to get it off. 5
I
to
like
get it
how
on.
we're
Okay. I'm just gonna put it on, but I'm gonna be running. It doesn't matter. I can explain myself.
I hope somebody's watching over us right now.
I
are they
really
doing?
hope somebody got to hear penis inspection day.
Yeah. God damn. Is the
I'm
chat
gonna cast
open?
on
Where's the
10 this
chat?
time.
The chat's over here. Last thing we heard was Arya say "What the duck." That was a while ago.
Okay.
So it had-
Well, don't worry. I'll put this whole thing on TikTok so people can see the whole
if it
conversation.
doesn't
No.
get taken down by the government.
China.
Yeah.
True.
We'll see.
All right, you guys go over to this room. It's very, very basic. Like, other rooms were a bit fancier.
Basic.
But this room is just one bed, and a very small chest, and that's it. No other fancy furnishings, no bells and whistles.
I'm gonna go fuck with the chest.
Yeah, but that chest though.
This time I'm casting the spell on Tim.
Okay, you're casting it on Tim, and you're opening the chest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see chest.
It's actually
there,
really
but-
good and evil.
You don't. You open the chest and it's just very basic. There's like a pouch with one copper piece in it,
Okay.
and there is a diary, but nothing is written in it. But it looks like a page was ripped out though.
Tom.
Okay.
And there is a ring with just like several keys on it.
One ring.
Copper pouch.
The penis.
A key.
Keyring fob.
Sure. Fobby key ring.
And
Fabio.
the other thing was what?
A diary with a page ripped out.
Diary of page ripped out.
We just need to find the hole.
The hole.
And I'm gonna show this to the party too and be like, "This is what I found in the chest. The key rings, like the ring of keys.
Mhm.
Like shake that around for a second.
Big duck wants
Have we found any thing that this could be used for?"
I said I have an idea.
Can I see the journal?
Actually,
Hand
roll
the journal.
intelligence check.
I can't read. Do you take the journal?
I'll say Wait, can
Also-
you just put one hand on it for me? Okay, thank you.
Quick question.
What's in the journal?
There's nothing written in there, but there's a page ripped out.
Can I do Arcana check on journal?
Yes.
Nat 20, bro.
It seems like a regular journal.
It's not a nat 20.
Sorry.
I know. I
Is
did
there-
that in case it was bad. so-
On the chest
Yeah.
itself,
Yeah.
is there a place for keys? Like a lock on itself?
They lock the keys in their car.
I'm gonna do an intelligence check.
They put the keys in the chest and they lock the chest with the keys inside the chest. No, I'm just kidding. So like, there's no lock on the chest.
Say it to you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
And there's nothing else really in this room, right?
It's very bare bones. No bones though.
Yet.
Alright, well, we didn't look at most of the first floor. We're all on the second floor.
Yeah,
so-
we might want to go down to the first floor now. The last thing I'm going to do though is can I search around the beds, lifting them up. I will toss this fucking room. Look like a madman. But I'm gonna toss this fucking room looking for that one piece of the page from the diary.
Okay. In that room specifically.
Yes.
Okay, so you do the left bed, there's nothing. You do the right bed, and in the bottom of the mattress, there is darkness in the shape of a humanoid, just imprinted on the bottom of the mattress.
Oh, it's not like a form. It's just printed in.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it's part of the mattress.
Light it on fire! Light it on fire!
Wait,
Watch out, gives you headaches.
I'm gonna slap my hand onto Henry James McLaughlin and shake or flame it.
Take and flame it.
Gives you headaches, watch out.
All right.
Burn it.
So, dexterity, right?
Saving throw?
Yeah.
I take 2
Yeah.
add full when you can take 1 and leave.
My spell DC is a 15.
Yeah, 3. So you shake your flame it, do the damage.
Okay, straight D8 because I'm only level 4. 5.
Okay, so you sacred flame it, and definitely the mattress catches on fire with a bit of the sacred flames. It doesn't last long though. Like the sacred flames start to go
hit
out.
it with my mace to take it out.
But it looks like some of the sacred flame also goes into where the silhouette of the humanoid is on the bottom.
And this is like a small silhouette, right? It's not.
It's a humanoid shape.
So it's like full size.
Yeah, medium size.
Oh, okay.
Like feels like as if someone.
I'll do it again.
The shape of
Spam.
someone lying on it, you know.
Spam. Spam.
Okay, I'm not gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that you keep doing it so many times because it's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
So
That's why I can spam it.
it looks like a lot of it's going in, but you're also catching the silhouette on fire along with a little bit of the bed.
Well, I'm gonna try to if it catches fire, because radiance is not fire. It can turn.
It's like a
something
holy
on.
fire, but
Well, right, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not like catching fire like regular fire.
Because I don't
but-
want to burn the house down.
No.
So
no,
if it gets to that point, I'm going to take action, not to burn the house down.
Eventually they go out, but since you're doing it so many times, they're not it's taking longer for it to go out because
Yeah.
you're adding more to it.
Yeah.
But after you shoot it a bunch of times, do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
oh boy.
Good thing I am proficient. +6 boils. Let's
Natural one.
fucking go. 25.
Okay.
Great. So nothing happens, nothing happens to you except that you feel like for a little bit in the room, there's like a little bit of like the ear rumbling thing, and then the humanoid shape looks like it's starting to like shrivel up, almost as if it was like a silhouette of someone's bones like breaking and they're getting like contorted into themselves.
Yeah.
And so it
it's
kind of
moving weird.
so it but it's like almost 2D.
Yeah, like
and-
it's 2D, but
and
it's moving.
And it's kind of crunching up and getting smaller as you hit it more and more until eventually you just got like a hole in the mattress kind of going through to almost the other side of the mattress.
Okay.
And that seems to be gone, and now it's just a mattress with a sacred flamed hole in it.
Can I feel around in the newly burned hole into the mattress and see if there is bones in the mattress real quick?
Yeah, you feel around and you just feel hay.
Okay.
Hayes for horses.
Exactly.
I don't
Or
know
dogs.
why.
Or
Where's
dogs.
the dog? Where's the dog?
Outside.
No, you guys brought it inside, and it's just like
Is there a grandma?
yeah, around like somewhere's in the foyer.
Thank you for saying that it was full of hay, because I was this entire time in my mind, for some reason I was picturing like a really dirty, like stained modern mattress that just has like this imprint of a person on the underside. So thank you for reminding me that no, this is like a medieval bed.
Right.
And I'm gonna start doing that to a lot of the rooms, to be honest with you, to see if we find anything else sketchy
Just
underneath the
tearing
bed.
apart things. To,
Not tearing them apart, but like lifting up the beds now to
Yeah.
see what's underneath there.
yeah, I'll help you.
Because
I'll help him too.
Because we need. I think this diary page is what is
We got 9
the
minutes,
final
2
clue.
boils.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. I gotta
Okay.
get morning.
So the next bedroom would be the master bedroom that you were in before. Do a perception check.
22.
The ship looks noticeably more sunk into the water.
Oh boy. And I just want to. The ship in that painting has been sinking.
I said it might be a metaphor for our faith.
Is there anything on the underside of the painting?
Can I flip the painting over and see if there's
First
something on there?
Oh, it said it under it before.
Yeah. What does it say now? Still it.
It says is.
Okay. It is.
What if you put it back on the wall?
Yeah. What if I
And
keep
then
pulling
take
it back and forth?
No, I just keep saying is every time you take it off now. Unless it has a stutter and you have to do it multiple times.
Should we
I'm gonna keep doing it then. See if it maybe is stuttering.
Yeah.
Is it?
Keep saying is.
should we burn it or wait for it to say the rest of the things it's going to say, if it will?
Can we check behind the other paintings, by the way, the ones on the easels and whatnot? Can we check that room?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You go in there and it's just the regular backs to all of the paintings.
Okay.
So what do we have so far?
We've explored everything in the house on the second floor, right?
Right, yeah, but like in terms of like all the
All the writing.
writing, yeah.
We have it. It was here. Her. You. Is. That's not a sentence.
Well,
Interesting.
Maybe let's keep the painting with us, and then just check it as we go.
No, because it was written on the wall behind the painting.
Oh, on the wall?
Yeah, it was
No, but
behind the
the
painting, but on the
painting's
wall.
still sinking though.
Yeah,
So
the
can I
ship
do
in
Arcana
the
check on the sinking ship painting?
I mean, it's pretty obvious that if the painting's changing, that there's some magic involved.
Yeah, but if I get a high enough roll, can it tell me something?
You know who could?
Okay.
11.
11. I mean, you're not really familiar too much with moving paintings, but you know,
Where's
like,
Volry
but
really
people
now?
could probably do such a thing, and it'd just be some sort of illusion magic, maybe.
Okay.
So what was it again? So it is you.
It was it. Then it was
Oh.
it was here. Then it was
Uh.
her.
You
You
is.
is.
It's a good rap song.
I am gonna say though, maybe we should come back to this when we haven't even tossed this bed yet.
That's the most important thing.
I'm tossing the bed. I'm tossing a nice bed. I'm checking
The
underneath
master
it.
bed.
Because I heard a
Yeah.
rumble here earlier too.
No, that was under this bed.
Yeah, that's
That was
we're
in
in
the
the
other. Oh, we're in that one. Okay.
we're in the master room right now.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm gonna
gotcha.
toss that bed.
Okay, so you toss the bed, and all of the light in the room gets very, very dark, and
Uh-oh.
rumbling gets louder to the point that the walls are shaking a little bit.
We all
and-
hear this?
I mean, you're all in the room, right?
Oh yeah, to make sure that it affects all of us. Okay.
Yeah, everyone in the room sees this. And it looks like there is a hole going into black dirt under the bed. But then after you flipped over the mattress, it starts to get smaller.
And close up.
Shoot into
And
the
s-
hole. Quick. Quick.
I shoot an arrow into the hole.
No, the sacred flame.
Sacred flame.
So you hit the arrow with a sacred flame, so you got a sacred flame arrow going in. And I guess...
Not something the GM did not anticipate.
Combo
Listen,
attack.
You give your players. You give your players a hole. They're gonna put stuff in it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so...
check each other's privates.
Yes.
The arrow, sacred flame arrow, goes into the hole, and it kind of sticks into the black dirt as the hole's closing up, and you kind of hear like a sizzling noise, like it's reacting to the sacred flame.
Do more. Do more. Just
Spam, 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 spam.
So you
spam.
manage to get like maybe
spam.
3 more in before it closes all the way.
Yeah.
And then it's just gone. It's regular wooden floor, and the lighting comes back, and the rumbling goes away.
And the arrows are gone.
what's below this
Yeah.
Or
room?
the arrow is gone.
The one arrow is gone. It's just regular wooden floor now.
What's
Awesome.
we're on the second floor? What's on the first floor under this?
gotta
He's
check
gonna
that
start
out.
running downstairs.
Hades will follow him.
I'm gonna fall.
Well, when
I'm
are we wrapping
gonna
up,
go
though?
to the
Group
next
thing
room.
because I'm not an individual.
I'm gonna go to the next room and just toss the next bed
By yourself.
by myself. Unfortunately, it's bad of an
Next
idea.
one is bunk bed.
Never mind, not tossing that by myself.
And, like, we're just destroying
Not
his house
happening,
while
I'm going
he's
with
away
party.
on, like getting ingredients.
Who is?
I said, imagine there's just a dark mage who lives here and we're just destroying his house while he's just getting ingredients.
Poor guy.
Oh, I forgot.
What are you doing in my house?
All the beds are tossed. Well, where are his servants
The
then?
proprietor comes back and like, I let you into my home, and you destroy it.
My second home?
My vacation
This was
home.
my summer home.
Mutamurus?
I love this place. It
My
always changes.
ancestral home.
No. No.
The ad would silence you fools. That's why I couldn't find it.
I was watching everything. Why would you check his dick in the bathroom?
Sounded like Mark Hamill saying that.
Oh my god.
Are we wrapping up or?
We should be
You wanted to go to the room below.
we want to be wrapping up though.
Right.
Okay.
What time is it?
11:28.
11:28.
All right, we'll do this one final thing then.
Be a good cliffhanger.
All right, so you want to know what's in the room underneath where the pit was.
Yes.
So, all right, luckily I already had the doors made here.
Noise.
So, there's this. So where exactly are you going? Because there's this door here, there's this door here, and there's
Well,
this
it
door
was
here.
this room, so we'd be going through this door.
All right, so you go in there. So we got nothing out of the ordinary, sadly. It looks like a fancy kids' room.
Oh, like a playroom or something. You know,
Well,
with
there's
toys and stuff.
there's a
or-
there's a crib right
Okay,
here.
Oh, it's a kid's bedroom.
An
okay.
ornate crib. There is a very nicely built wooden dollhouse right here, about 3 stories tall. There
I'm
is
throwing my mace at that dollhouse.
yeah.
Haven't even seen the
I
rest of
don't
the
care.
room yet.
I'm-
It hasn't
I
loaded in yet.
Let him
Fucking
say the room.
Yeah,
My
okay.
dude, your eyes haven't even adjusted to this room yet.
Wait, you can't throw a mace.
Your mace is not a
You
throwing
gotta
weapon.
go over and
Sacred flame.
Go over it.
Dollhouse.
You sacred. Okay. I mean, you could walk over and hit it just regularly.
Yeah, I'll do that. I rush into the room
Okay.
like a barbarian.
Yeah.
hit the
what
dollhouse.
else is in this room though? Because I'll be looking around as he's doing that.
I'll probably be the
Okay,
last
cool.
one in there.
There is a large toy chest here, and you can see some toys sticking out of it, like like a wooden, some wooden toy soldiers, some metal toy soldiers,
I'm gonna
Okay.
take
different
them out,
stuff like
toy
that.
soldiers.
and there's definitely there's like a wardrobe over here, and like a rocking chair right there.
Okay.
So you're hitting the dollhouse with your mace.
Yeah.
Why? You're just gonna piss off whatever lives here. You're not gonna accomplish
We are
anything.
already pissing it off at this point.
Now, I want you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh boy.
A strength saving throw.
Yes.
The
Good thing I
hand's
got
going to reach out of the
Plus 2
dollhouse.
sons.
Drag him in there.
Woo! Non-nat 20.
All right. So you run over and you hit the thing with your mace. The mace bounces off and doesn't do any damage to it, but you don't get off balance from it. You just
Oh.
like boom. And
Oh,
then-
weird.
and it's made out of wood.
So that should have broken.
I believe that the house is the dollhouse, everybody.
Did we all feel a violent shake when you did this? No.
A quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the
You said
dollhouse
that
remaniscent
thing.
of the house?
So it didn't
No,
have-
it's
that was me as the
very
player.
colorful, very kid-like. It's like a kind of like an ideal-looking house.
Doesn't look like this.
Are-
one.
No.
Pick a fence.
Does weird
No,
question,
because it doesn't have the yard. It's just the house.
do any of the keys fit any of these locks for the doors? Are there locks on any of these doors?
There's painted on locks.
Can I try them?
But this is very small, and your keys are very big.
Okay. Okay.
Well, what does it look inside the dollhouse?
Yeah. Can we open up the little doors,
Okay.
or can we turn it around and see like the inside of it?
It was indestructible, which is weird.
Yeah.
No, it was just
Well, it's made of wood, and you hit it with a metal mace. It should have broken, but it didn't.
Right.
resilient to John or Henry James.
Yeah. So it's
Resilient to rock damage.
It's a 3-story dollhouse, and it has just like several rooms, and it has a staircase going up in the middle, so that if you had toys in there, they could go up each flight of stairs, getting to the rooms on
Does it
each
look
level.
like the house?
No, he already said
No.
that. It doesn't look
Okay.
like this house.
It's just a nice looking toy house. Very, very well crafted. Like all of the painted on pictures on the walls and all the wallpapers are very ornate. Very, very well made toy for a kid.
All right.
Can I search the toy chest?
Yeah,
Maybe
there's
there's
about like 20 wooden soldiers, 20 metal soldiers, some like letter blocks, and
But how is he searching? He's a sock.
What, you said that?
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tired.
I am
Anyway,
not a
go
sock.
ahead. No, you're not a sock.
There's a wooden dragon. It doesn't move though. It's just kind of
I take it.
the wooden dragon.
I take the wooden dragon.
Cool. Yeah, so you got yourself a nice little toy there.
I'm also gonna take a couple of the metal soldiers.
Okay. How many? Is it 2?
10.
10? That's okay.
Depending on how big they are.
Mm-hmm. They're about like this tall.
I'll take like 10 of them.
Okay.
All right.
Probably good height for the dollhouse.
Well, we're gonna wrap up for now, I assume, right?
I guess so. So you guys discovered a dollhouse and
Some weird, creepy stuff in this house.
Various fun things.
We'll pick up next time.
maybe we'll figure out what's going on here in the next episode at some point later this month. No, next month.
Which is like 2 days away.
Yeah.
Jesus, already April. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We will catch you next time. Normal streams on next week, and we will see you then.
Pasta la pasta.
Hello, goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.